After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Go. Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 434. Today is Saturday, December 26, 2020, as we are recording. Merry Christmas to everybody who celebrates. Happy weekend to those who don't. We're glad to have you with us. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Fernico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy. Sorry, just taking off my knit socks. I usually get hot in here.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you are new, we're glad you found us, and we hope that you will find something you enjoy and that you will stay with us. And if you are returning, we're always glad to have you back. Mm-hmm. If you are new or returning but in the shadows and not really participating much, we'd love to have you join officially. Just hit the little subscribe button on your right. It's a little red button, I think, and there's a little bell right next to it. You just hit that and you'll get notifications about when the, what?
I just want to make sure you grabbed your 70-calorie bar because I don't want you to get nauseous.
Had it.
Okay, good.
Yep.
I just want to make sure you grabbed it because I didn't want you to get nauseous with your tea.
All right. What was I saying?
Sorry.
Shadows. Oh,
Bell.
If you're new in the shadows, just please feel free to join us officially by hitting the little subscribe button, hitting the little bell so you get notifications, and maybe even joining our PHN home group, which is where all the fun things happen in terms of alongs and camaraderie and show off thread and all that kind of stuff. There's a lot going on over there. Thanks to our wonderful people and our moderators.
Yes, our moderators
are awesome.
Like lifesavers.
Yes, they are. So you might want
not the candy, but
Yeah. So you might want to.
Oh, unless they're the gummy candy. I like the gummy lifesavers.
Okay. Stop. No. Okay. So yeah, please feel free to join us. That's phnpodcast.freeforums.net. phnpodcast.freeforums.net. That's where all the fun stuff happens.
Fun.
And all the fun stuff happens. And it's in the little box below the video, okay? Let's see here. That takes us to tea. I hope you guys had a really great Christmas,
Yes. And actually my tea is first. Worked out well, actually. Because I have slightly more projects than Mom.
Mm-hmm. You do? How many projects? 6?
I think I have 6, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, we decided to do something different. You'll see why in a second.
Careful, Talia.
This is, I've had this a while. This is a little teapot with its saucer. And it's a little cup. Davina has a yellow one. I'm going to put this down so I can pour this easily. Davina has a yellow one. And
I have a blue one.
Mom has a blue one. Also, Mom has 2 white ones.
That I got in England.
Yes, that she and her best friend when I was a kid used to use. Also, we discovered that she has a couple of pretty ones she didn't know she had.
I forgot.
So we moved them up to the front so she doesn't forget about them anymore. Actually, it's a good thing I do have the extra napkin because then I can put the teapot on that.
Right.
There we go. Okay, and I can still see my pattern. Sorry, just trying to organize things because I'm not used to having this.
Yeah, we probably won't use these for the podcast in the future because it's a little crowded and we don't want to break something.
Right.
But we wanted to show you these.
My tea it smells really good.
And this is from Stephanie.
Yeah, this is from Stephanie. This is a tea spot. This is Earl of Grey. It's black tea, citrus rind, licorice root, mallow flowers, bergamot, citrus, and vanilla flavoring. I think the mallow flowers is what's different from what I normally have. It's usually corn flowers. I wonder if the corn flowers is what gives it that fruity pebble smell.
Maybe.
So, let me just take a sip, and I'll let you have a sip in a second. I've learned the hard way I can't do this with my left hand because I constantly find I have to grab the mug. My left hand doesn't have the same strength as my right. That is good.
Is it?
I like that one.
Good choice, Stephanie.
Yes. So when I have to make my tea in this, I put the sugar in beforehand.
That is good.
Isn't that good?
Yeah.
I put the sugar in beforehand so that way it has a chance to dissolve. Did you make a mess?
No, that was the bottom of the mug. Okay.
She made a mess.
Now, this was actually what you're going to see was an acquisition for Christmas. So I'm going to show you the box first. Because I hate owls. This is what it came in. Isn't that adorable? I love the box. I mean, I just love the box.
You see the show top of the box. Well, not put down that way, Mom. Why do you want to see inside a box?
I don't know. You do weird things. Isn't that adorable? I just love it. I have to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Because I'm not going to put the teapot back in it. But I had this on my wish list for a little while. And my husband picked it up for me for Christmas. Isn't that adorable? It's
And the
so
top has
cute.
like little musical notes on it.
Yeah, I can't show you. Let me pour my tea out. Because it's like Talia's. And actually for this I should probably use my right hand.
While she's pouring that, I'm having, because I wanted to be able to taste my tea, I didn't want it to be too sweet, whatever I was having, so I'm having Blue Diamond Almonds. It's a 100-calorie pack. So I'm getting my salt into it.
And I had a 70-calorie bar because I was naughty this Christmas. And had exactly what I wanted. The tea that I'm having is also from Stephanie. This is the Candy Cane Craze Herbal Dessert Tea. And I can't read this, so I need to have my glasses.
So this has Rubios, which you like, candy canes, peppermint, marshmallows, cocoa nibs, natural white chocolate, natural white chocolate flavoring, roasted cacao shells, blah, natural vanilla flavoring. So I'd have to check into this particular shop and see if they guarantee dairy-free, because I know Plum Deluxe has a white chocolate that is dairy-free. So I may or may not be able to. I can't try it right now.
Right, you can't try it now. I
had to check into it.
I had to tell you, when I first had this, I wasn't sure if it was strong enough or I liked it or not. Maybe it was what I was eating with it because it's a lot better.
Oh, this is your second time having this?
This is my second time having it, and I really like it. It's good. Thank you, Stephanie.
Maybe it's having a teapot.
Maybe.
Because, you know, slightly less water.
Right. So maybe I watered it down too much.
Yeah, maybe that's what you did. It might be the one you had to have in a teapot.
It might be, or I might just have to put less water in it. That's really good. It tastes like a Christmas tea. It does. It's really good. Okay.
Maybe I need to give the coconut one another try in the teapot where I don't have quite as much water and the sugar's already steeping in with it.
Right, because we had the sugar in the teapot instead of in our cup. So it had a chance to kind of meld together better.
Maybe that's what this tea works particularly well with.
Maybe. Thank you, Stephanie.
Yeah.
Stephanie gave us like 4 or 5 different teas. And I've only had this one.
And this one's really good.
Yeah, that was amazing. So we split them, but we can share them.
Yeah.
So, okay, moving on.
And I can share that one once I figure out how they do their
Yeah,
their
absolutely.
chocolate. Because if their
Absolutely.
chocolate is actually like Plum Deluxe where it's not dairy, then I might be able to
And I
have
haven't tried the blood orange she gave me yet.
I was
so-
wondering. I thought you'd be trying that one.
No, let's do this one. So, okay. All right, so we're going to move on to the stuff, okay? We have, let's see here.
Oh, this, no wonder they hold it like this traditionally. It's actually a lot easier to hold that way. With the little finger curled under.
Yeah, yeah. All right, moving on. All of our longs are coming to an end. We have 1 week, I think it is. Today is the 26th, so less than a week. We have about 5 days until these longs are all finished for the 2020. 2020 is less than a week away from ending, and
That's so
2021,
nuts.
joining up again or starting again, whatever. Starting for the first time. All right. The PHN Charity Cal Lal 2020 is almost finished. There's a lot of wonderful projects in there. I have not commented on many things there, but I have tried to go in the last couple of days and like things, that I've looked at them and liked them. I've been very, very busy, so I haven't been able to get in there as much as I'd like and comment, but I do look at things that, unfortunately, I can't go backward as much as I like, so I kind of, where I'm at, I go from there. But they're really, really nice. And if I'm tagged, I go to see. So people have tagged me, and I try to get and see and comment on those. But I apologize for being absent, but it's been busy. Thank you for keeping those threads hopping.
Yes.
The stuff in there is just fun, okay? It just really is fun, okay?
Very fun.
All right, let's get into this Cal Lao, the one that is ending. It ends December 31st at midnight going into January 1st because it's been all year. All right, and this
So
is
it'll be midnight of January 1st that it ends. It stops at midnight of January 1st because you said midnight December 31st, which is not correct.
well, it's midnight of December 31st, and then it's morning for January 1st.
Usually when someone says midnight.
New Year's Day, it's finished. Okay,
There we go.
New Year's Day is finished.
That is more accurate.
It's like those terms. What is it? Bi-weekly and bi-monthly and all that stuff where you don't know if it's.
That's just why did they even do that? That makes no sense. It's super confusing.
I don't know. Anyway, for this particular along, okay, projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted, except for
The almonds are
the
all
sewn. Sorry, guys. My husband's out there talking to my daughter. Except for the sewn masks for the first responders and hospital workers and stuff like that. Those are accepted in this along, okay?
They literally have no idea how much your voice is carrying.
No. Okay, projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted. Previous whips are allowed but must be worked on during the along. Chatter and pictures are all in the same thread. All charity projects will be accepted, but baby items, Hat Not Hate, the sewn masks, dishcloths that go to Brittany. I think it's the baby items. Anything done in my yarn or Laura Concert's yarn, which is Lollipop Girl Yarns, minus Lady Fernico Creations. Talia's patterns, Laura's patterns, or my one pattern, if they're done for charity, those are all eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the finished object only. And if you have one of the featured yarns with the featured patterns, that's 3 chances at a prize for the finished object only. You are responsible for your own multiple postings. Thank you guys for keeping up with that. The hashtag on Instagram is hashtag PHN20, Charity 2020 on Instagram, okay? And the prizes that we have for this last section, we have West Yorkshire Spinner yarn in the pheasant colorway that was donated by Christina. Thank you, Mama C.
Thank
Christina.
you.
And mohair min yarn donated by Marriott. Thank you, Marriott.
Thank you.
Okay? The toy along is also on its last, 4 or 5 days, whatever.
I thought you were going to say it's on its last legs. I'm like, poor little toy along.
That's good. But the only thing about this is that it cools down real quick.
It is going to cool down quicker
Yeah.
that way.
Okay, so the toy along is exactly what it says. It's all the toys. Knit, crochet, loom knit, crochet, toys. No sewn. Nothing sewn. The only time we accept sewn is for the charity along.
Which
All right.
is ending.
Which is ending. And it's only because of the masks.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, this one, the rules are essentially the same. Featured patterns and featured yarns are the same. Except for the addition of the Bakery Bears toys. The bears, there's 2 bears, the fox and the giraffe.
Yes.
Okay, so those will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the finished object only. And if you use the featured yarn with the featured pattern, 3 chances at a prize. You guys are responsible for your multiple postings. Last week I showed you all the different prizes. I did not write them down, so I don't remember what they are. I have them all set aside, so I'm not going to go through that at this point. This is going to be a very acquisition heavy thing, and it's going to be long.
Right, 'cause
so
it's Christmas.
I'm going to kind of speed through things in this front end because it might be it's going to be long. Okay?
I don't think people are going to be saddened by that.
Well, I
we
hope
tend to
not.
spend a lot of time at the top.
All right. I know last week we had a lot of waffling. All right. The hashtag is hashtag PHNToy2020 on Instagram. Okay. 1 whip per project per week. The FO whenever it's finished. Okay. And that takes care of that. Now, I didn't put down, I thought I had, but I must have done it on my next week's
Show notes.
show notes, preparing for next week. The upcoming alongs the threads are already up. We have the Christmas all year along, and that's a Cal Lao, and all the rules are up. Okay?
Guys, I'm already starting to try to think of patterns to design for the Christmas all year along.
And this, I want to really, really emphasize that even if you don't celebrate Christmas, you can still participate. All you have to do is use a Christmas themed colorway or a pattern, or name a pattern, something that has to do. We have featured colors, so you got greens and blues and reds and silver and gold. And,
right, because
white.
Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, like if I'm doing something that's not an ornament or a stocking, say you don't like to do those because they're too Christmassy for you, I tend to use charts that don't necessarily scream Christmas. I like very much the Nordic style charts. So that's
You
going
get
to be
stars and
you get stars,
trees.
you get deer, like reindeer type things, but reindeer and deer are typical for that anyway. In that area, you tend to get maybe birds. So it's a very Nordic style that I tend to prefer.
And if you do, maybe you have friends that, you don't celebrate Christmas, but you like to help your friends or family members celebrate the Christmas season, we want you to be able to participate if you desire to do so. You're no way...
If not, there's no gun to your head.
No, you don't have to. You can do whatever you want. We just want you to be able to, should you desire it. We have many, many featured colors. I think there's like 8 featured colors. So even if you just do those colorways, I mean... we want you to be able to participate because we know that not everybody celebrates Christmas.
I feel so like cultured or something using a teapot like
Yes. So that's just we wanted to make sure that everybody felt like they could do this. Okay. So that's the Christmas, and that's all year long. It'll be divided into 4 quarters, just like all of our year long alongs will be. We haven't quite decided what the featured things will be. I mean, obviously my yarns and Laura's yarns. And our patterns, all 3 of us, those will be featured. If there will be other things, we'll let you know as we get closer to, I'll fill it in as we figure that out. I have some ideas, but I don't know how to word it, so I'll talk to Ty about it, we'll see. So that's the Christmas all year long. The other one is always a lot of fun. It's our Ready, Set, Go. And this one is a 3-month, okay, it's our normal quarter, 1 quarter along. And this is start all the things. Nothing for this along can be started prior to 12:01 a.m. January 1st. These are new projects only, okay? So you guys get what is it called? Startup-itis?
Startitis.
Cast-on-itis.
Although it should be
Cast-on-otis,
because itis means you're inflamed, red, and possibly exuding pus.
Well, maybe they are. Who knows? Okay, anyways, so cast on all the things, chain up all the things, loom knit all the things. This is where you start everything. And for the month of January only, anything that you frog is also eligible. That's eligible for 2 chances at a prize. No, I'm sorry, not 2 chances. I misspoke. That is eligible for 1 chance at a prize if you show the object you were working on, side-by-side picture, the object you were working on, and then you show the torn out, the ripped back.
Oh, Mom, we were already talking about, Mom and I are going to have like a party thing for ourselves where we're going to look through our bags and like go through and decide
what needs to be. Are you thinking what I'm thinking about?
A Patreon thing?
Yes.
Where we just post that to Patreon, we just record not live, and then it'd be so fun, right?
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Okay, good. Not the only one thinking that way. We're on like the same zone.
That's really scary. Anyway,
same wavelength.
Same wavelength. Yes, but anyway, Ready, Set, Go. Start all the things. May not be started before 12:01 a.m. January 1st. Okay, the ripped out projects from January 1st through January 31st. You can do a picture of what it was to begin with and the ripped out. Now, I'm going to talk to Ty about this because it just occurred to me, so it's not written in stone yet, but it'd be kind of fun to see them, and this might be real eligible for 2 chances at a prize. Rip it out. They show the ripped out the project, okay? Like this cowl, let's say. She's not going to rip this out, but say it's this cowl, okay? So she has this. She decides she made a mistake. She rips it out. If in that same picture, or the next one that you post, in that same picture, you show something that you started with that yarn, that's extra chance at a prize.
So then they would have to post it again.
Well,
because otherwise we would have to.
No, they would have to. They would have to show the object they had originally, the cowl.
Yes, I understood that.
The object, all the yarn.
Yes, I
and
understand.
then in the same post also that they started something with that yarn.
And my point is, it would be like any other time when they get double chances of prize, where they had to make a duplicate post.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to clarify.
I misunderstood. Yes.
So
I'm going to talk to Ty about that.
No, that's good. I think that's a great idea.
We didn't do this in years prior because I didn't think about it, but that would be kind of fun. So if you have a project,
probably should write that down because you're going to forget.
Not that bad.
I am.
Okay, I'll write it down in a second. So anyway, when you start talking, I'll write it down. Okay, so we have the object, and I know I'm probably boring you to tears at this point, but I have to get it straight in my head. you have project A, you put the project in the picture. Next to it, you have the ripped out project A, and then next to it, you have
Project B that you
started with yarn from project A.
Someone that I had spoken to said, "Oh, I have this shawl that I want to rip out January 1st." So say she rips out that shawl January 1st, and she had also told me she wants to start the Fun Mitts, which are newly released. So she rips out that shawl, shows first picture of the shawl unripped, then shows a picture of the yarn where she had ripped that shawl back and wound it all up again, and then finally she shows her started Fun Mitts in the yarn that she had used for her shawl.
And that would be 2 chances of prize once she posts it twice. She would be responsible for posting it twice, and then it would just be like normal. She would just post progress.
So I love you. I used you for an example.
I don't know who it was, but great. That's okay. So
I'm not going to rat her
If you
out.
guys are confused, just contact me. I'll explain it, okay? Because it's something new that it came to me 3 days ago or 4 days ago, and I didn't think about saying it until now. It would be fun to do that. Okay, so that's the Ready, Set, Go. Normal rules apply. For the most part, I think it'll probably be hashtag Ready, Set, Go 2021. Okay. Hashtag PHN Ready, Set, Go 2021. All right. So that's that. And I think we said that we didn't decide for the Christmas one. We're still figuring it out. I think it's hashtag PHN Christmas Along 2021.
Yeah, we hadn't made up our minds
yet. Because it's going to be a long tag.
Yeah.
So, all right. Moving into...
Because we had discussed Christmas all year long. We had discussed a bunch of things.
Yeah. So we need to go into our whips.
Yes, and I go first because I have one more than you. Let me take a sip of tea, though.
There's no doubles, though.
No, there's no doubles because we barely had... I spent most of the time working on one project. So I'm first going to show you one that you'll not see again because I plan on ripping it out. And I think I put it where I couldn't reach it. Hold on. I need to get up and grab it. Because I forgot to bring it close. Come here. I know I don't love you, but you don't have to run away. Ugh. So it's not that I don't love this pattern. I think it's a gorgeous pattern. I just don't love knitting this pattern.
I thought you weren't going to rip anything yet.
I'm not going to. I'm explaining that this one will not exist after January 1st. They're getting a sneak peek in what will be going bye-bye. So, this is in my Clover Bird stained glass Batman bag.
Which I love. That's a great bag.
Yes, she actually made this one specifically for me. And I love this fabric that she found. It's absolutely gorgeous. Because if you don't look at it close, you just see stained glass. You don't realize it's Batman. And the inside has like pow and bang and whap and all that.
Just like the 60s.
So she did a really good job. Okay, so this is a good pattern. I want to emphasize this multiple times. This is Pearl Soho.
Yeah.
And I would highly recommend this pattern. This is not the pattern's fault.
I may take that from you and try.
Yeah, you can definitely have it. Actually, you could probably use all the same sizes that I did.
Maybe.
If you want a big one.
Yeah, big one.
Because this is one that you want to be oversized. I chose to do the finished, okay, so the actual chest circumference of 34 or 37, that would be the size that you would be doing. And it's supposed to be oversized.
Right.
And actually, you're right. This would be a good starter sweater for you. And then when you get to the sleeves, we could talk about you learning how to magic loop.
Right.
Or I could help you with the sleeves.
Right.
So, the only reason I do not want to do this sweater. So this is the Ridgeline wrap cardigan. I'm going to give the pattern to Mom. Beautiful pattern by Pearl Soho.
I love that style. I have my green one.
Oh, you wear a ton of this style. This is the perfect starter sweater for you. When I want to do mindless knitting, okay, when I don't have a migraine, I tend to want to do more complex knitting. When I do have a migraine, ripping's actually not the best thing for me because I a lot of times don't want to look at anything. I want to do it with my eyes closed because my eyes hurt so much.
See, now for me, I'm looking at this. I can actually read this.
Oh yeah, so this is ribbing.
So this would be good for me because I have trouble sometimes reading my knitting.
Yeah, it's 18 inches of ribbing, and for me, it just is not. It doesn't work with where I am right now as a knitter.
I'm going to have you measure 18 inches for me. I wonder if I can lengthen that a little bit.
Oh, you can definitely lengthen it. It's not a problem. This is the body.
Yeah.
You can lengthen it as long as you want.
I like a long sweater. I mean, this sweater that I'm wearing right now is
Mom,
long.
you can do the 18 inches measured against yourself, and then at that point decide.
But I won't be accurate. I need somebody to help me.
Yeah, I'll help you at that time. But I would say go to the 18 inches, then determine at that time.
Right.
Okay, so here's multiple things that I probably did wrong. A, this is not good for me at my point with the migraines I tend to have. I mean, I can do ribbing with my eyes closed, but it's a lot harder because I can feel my stitches, but sometimes I can't always.
Right.
It's just a little harder. And then the other thing is I went with a yarn that's slightly heavier than what is in the pattern.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I didn't realize it was what I had in the amounts. So this is, I would suggest you look up, I believe this was maybe a light worsted.
Oh, like a DK or something, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Whereas this is...
It's like an Aran.
Yeah, it's an Aran to worsted. This is Cascade 220.
Right.
So this was not an appropriate weight for this sweater. So I had to go down a needle size on top of it. Which is not the best choice for me on multiple levels. So this is Mom's pattern. I will be ripping this out come January 1st. Like I said, I worked on this, and it was during my work on this while I had a migraine this week that I realized this was not the right choice for me.
I don't know how to do a wrap and turn either.
Okay, well, when you get to that point, I can help you.
Okay.
All right? Even if I have to do it for you. But I
Well,
can...
you teach me how to do it.
Okay. So this will be your a good lesson sweater for you.
Well, there's something like I want to do. I want to start in January. I want to look up a heavy weight, like an Aran weight or heavier, man sweater. I want to do a sweater for Daddy for his Christmas.
What I suggest first, before you even start with a sweater, because you are so nervous about things like DPNs and things like that, I suggest doing this first.
I'm just afraid I won't have time to finish it.
Maybe not for this Christmas, Mom, a sweater. Because the only reason I say that is because you tend to be intimidated by knitting. And perhaps 2 sweaters for you might not be the best choice.
We'll see.
I started with sweaters right away. But your comfort level is a lot lower
Well,
than
I could
mine.
do it in crochet in a heartbeat, but I don't think you can wear a crocheted sweater.
So what I would suggest is maybe get your feet wet with this. Get comfortable with the magic loop or the DPNs or whatever you choose to do for the needles. Maybe this year you research the sweater, and maybe you can even start it by the end of the year and have it planned to give yourself more time to have it planned for next year. I think putting that kind of pressure on yourself this year might be too much.
Right. We'll see.
Just think about that. Just because I'm a little concerned about the kind of pressure that'll put on yourself with your history of being intimidated by knitting.
Right. Well, I just have a hard time correcting my stuff.
And that's what I want you to maybe learn that with this sweater, where it's mostly ribbing, where you're learning. The only thing you're going to be learning at this point, okay, you're going to be learning how to do sleeves. Okay, great. The sleeves are not ribbing, but this will be a good sweater. I think this is a good learning sweater for you. I think you'll be picking up stitches. I think you'll be doing a bunch of things. But it won't necessarily be doing 2 sweaters at once.
Yeah. Well, the only other sweater I might do is a crocheted one.
Right, and that's you're good with crochet. That's not a concern. But I think that's a good sweater for you.
I think I had this pulled up one time.
I think you own it.
I think I do. Which is why I can say, yeah, let me have it.
Well, I could say I even bought it for you, for crying out loud. I bought it and then gave it to you because you're going to use... I'm not going to knit it.
Well, you might later sometime.
It's a little unlikely. I love the sweater. That much ribbing is not where I'm at right now as a knitter. If I'm going to be knitting a sweater, it's either going to be plain stockinette. Not completely plain stockinette. I need something a little more interesting. But it can't be miles of ribbing.
Right. Maybe color work.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could do a yoked sweater.
Okay.
Eventually I want a steek, but I can't do that right now.
We told my husband about steeking. He went, ugh.
Yes, we actually terrified him with steeking. But the only reason why I want to eventually steek is I want to eventually do a colorwork cardigan.
Yeah.
And the only way you can do a colorwork cardigan, I mean, you can do Fair Isle flat, and I am capable of doing that. It's not as fun. It doesn't go as quickly, and it's not traditional. Traditional is you steek.
I don't know if I want a sweater. I'd like a jacket in that, you know?
Yeah,
You know?
some of the ones from my...
Dan was talking about jackets on the radio walk for the...
Oh, yeah, I need to listen to the radio walk.
I didn't get all the way through it, but...
Well, the Tudor Roses book has several nice jacket. There's their color work. The Anne Boleyn.
Oh, yeah.
That was gorgeous. There was a couple, although they had that really pretty shawl, the Mary Tudor, which I'm pretty sure is steeked.
Why would you steek a shawl?
Well, Mom, if you're doing it color work, you have to do it in the round, so you have to steek it because the shawl is flat, unless it's a double width
Double-sided, yeah.
shawl.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Do you have more to say about your project?
no, that's it.
Okay.
That was a bit of a long way to say, Mom, here's the pattern,
Okay.
and that you should really knit it and not overwhelm yourself.
Okay. In my Cloverbird Owl's Bag is my Autumn and Avonlea project. This is the Anne's Imagination Cow. Green Gables inspired by Tanya Marie Anderson. Here it is. All right. I only did a few rows on this.
Excuse me.
I have to watch my count on this because I think it's one of those patterns where you have to move every once in a while I'll get a pattern where it's not in the right place, the marker, and you have to move it and I get confused. So I just have to do my counts and not the marker. But anyway, I did a couple 3 rows on this and you can see the pattern's still the same. Still the same pattern. But I'm working on it. Christmas is not a good time for me to do a lot of knitting. I think it was maybe Christmas Eve. Maybe. I did a fair amount of knitting when we were watching movies.
Right.
I didn't have a chance. I think for the longest time, all I had were the 2 things I was working on the podcast last week.
Well, also, the part of the thing is we had so much religious reading this Advent because we were doing so much stuff.
We were doing a lot of prep stuff. So this is Skano yarn, and it's really pretty soft. So I don't know what's going to happen to this if I ever finish it. I am planning on it. This is not going to get frogged, I don't think.
Well, no, you're enjoying it too much.
I enjoy it, and
you like the yarn. You like the project. There's no sense in frogging that.
It's just going to take a long time. I may be 65 years old before it gets finished.
That's fine. You are still actively enjoying it. It's not about whether or not you're going to finish it. It's about whether or not you're going to enjoy it.
People say they're process versus progress knitters. I think I'm both. This particular one is a process. Some of the others, I want the finished object.
I think I am sometimes a product, but I'm pretty much a process knitter.
I'm both. I probably everything I ever do it depends on my mood. So for this particular thing, apparently I'm a process knitter because it's staying there. I'm not bored with it. I don't care that it's not getting done. It's not making me antsy like some of the others that I don't get done. It's just...
Well, for me, a fine example is the sweater. I like the sweater.
Right.
I want the sweater. I don't want it enough to go through the process of knitting that sweater.
But see, that's situational again. That's situational. Who was it? Was it Kay who was talking about
Probably
something like
Kay.
I don't know. We, as you can tell, the podcast we are able to watch with any regularity. They'll pop up. Kay, Laura, Crochet, Chronically Crochet. Those people pop up because
I don't watch a lot of podcasts because part of it is honestly I don't literally watch a lot of things. A lot of times I'm listening to history podcasts because even if I have the video for the Great Courses, I don't have to visually see it. So I can have it turned face down if I'm having a migraine and still get the same effect.
And a lot of times I'm listening while I'm doing something else because I don't have time to just sit.
But I like to actually see what Dan and Kay are talking about.
Yeah.
So
sometimes I'll stop doing what I'm doing. I can't do that if I'm in the shower, but I have to stop doing what I'm doing so I can see what it is they're talking about.
So for me, I've actually only watched the Bakery Bears. Because that's all I can manage right now.
I've got 3 that I watch consistently, and I mentioned them. And then the other ones, as they come up, I will watch. So, and the only one that's really consistent of those 3 is the Bakery Bears, and I'm behind.
Well, I'm behind too.
I'm
but
woefully
I kept
behind.
up with the Advent calendar.
I did. I got to see. I got to do the whole Advent calendar. It's your turn.
Oh, is it my turn? You done? Okay, Tay. Let's see.
Why is the tea gone?
Presumably because you drank it. Okay, so this...
And why did it get cold?
Presumably because we couldn't put a cover on it. The top of the cup is too big.
It's so cute.
I finished my last swallow. Even with this, I finish my tea after you do. I'm just a slow tea drinker.
Well, also, I don't like it cold, so I had to finish it.
Whereas, just like everything else I do, I can eat or drink anything after it's gone cold, just about. I have had people give me disgusted looks because I like cold pizza.
Well, cold pizza I get. I don't necessarily like it, but I get it.
I had people give me this horrified look like I was going to say, like I was saying I was going to eat babies or something.
Well, anybody who goes to college and you put the thing on the table in the middle, everybody eats it. So
that's why I picked up a lot of my eating things cold habits.
Yeah.
I would eat my leftovers cold from restaurants and stuff. Just take it out of my fridge and just eat it cold. French fries I like cold.
I don't like potatoes cold.
I can eat just about anything cold.
I don't like potatoes cold. French fries, no, I can't eat potatoes cold.
I can eat potatoes cold.
I don't like potatoes
I can eat potatoes just about any way.
I love potatoes.
I love potatoes.
Potato head.
I might become a potato.
What is your next... Potato head. Right here. Oboe head, not potato head.
So, in my Shenandoah Valley Fiber Festival bag, I had to take a look at it, make sure it wasn't the Maryland one, is a design in progress. Yay! So, when my eyes were hurting me, I wanted to work on this one.
Okay. In my Mickey Mouse Ploverbird bag.
Donald Duck.
Ploverbird Mickey Mouse bag.
Oh, I probably should bring my
Bags are
water
attacking me.
closer now that I finished my tea.
This is my Spoiled
guys.
Bunny Stomp. Spoiled Bunny Stomp from the Cerebel Scarf Pattern by Sarah Sweethearts. And I did a little progress on it.
Okay, good.
I don't think I did much after the podcast, but it's moving along. This is Test Designer Yarn Superwash Merino Wool, and it's got like 560 or 590 yards or something like that. So it's a worsted weight. So it rivals that of Miss Babs in terms of amount of yardage. And I'm
Don't
enjoying
attack
this. This will get done when it gets done. And I do
Finished when it's finished.
I do multiples of these. Sometimes I can have 2 or 3 of these on the hook at one
Where's my
time
skein?
because I do enjoy it.
There it is. So did you show it up close?
I've seen it a million times.
Show it
I
up close.
see.
Because not everyone's watched a million times. And also, it gives me a chance to get settled.
All right. So you can see.
So I have a bad habit of talking to my knitting and then not actually showing you guys what I'm working on.
I like the way it's turning out. It's very textured looking
It is.
with this. It has a zigzag. If you look at this,
I love it.
kinda has a
almost
zigzag.
Makes me think of like a zigzag or scales or like some of those colorwork
snake
patterns.
scales. It's a snake scale.
It kind of or like a chainmail armor.
Dragon scales.
Dragon scales, yeah.
Dragon scales.
I'll call you Draco. So you call me. Instead of calling me Dragon in
you
your
call me-
tongue, you'll call me another tongue.
Dragon, yes.
But wait, you gotta say it like Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. Yes, that is a reference. It is probably a little obscure for some people. But,
I don't know. I think that one's kind of got a cult following.
well, I like that movie, but that doesn't mean everybody else knows
Yeah,
it.
I guess
Because we tend to like quirky things.
we do. I don't think the girl really did much of anything else. She wasn't necessarily the best actress,
no,
but
no,
it was still a good movie. And the young man wasn't the best actor either.
no. I didn't like, but I didn't like him though. You weren't supposed to.
Yeah.
I didn't like him.
You're right. Maybe it wasn't so much that he's a bad actor; he's just a bad character.
Yeah, he was. He was.
He's kind of creepy.
Yes, he was, and mean.
Yes. Okay, but we're talking vaguely about a movie that you guys may or may not know what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
if you think you know the movie, the
I bet
reference,
Patty will get it.
Patty might. If you got the reference, Laura might get it.
Laura might. Yeah.
So it's a reference to a movie with. Should we give him the actor?
We gave Sean Connery already. I think
Okay.
that's more than enough.
Okay.
We said Dragon and we said Sean Connery.
Okay.
I think that's more than enough information. A simple Google search will bring that up.
Yep.
Okay. So, I guess it's my turn. So, yep. I only worked a little bit on this, partially because I had migraine on and off all week. So, this is not the best project to look at through my migraine glasses. A, the yarn's dark. B, there's knits and pearls that I have to kind of pay attention to where they are. If I don't have a migraine, this is easy peasy work on. If I do, this is not the best project. So, these are my Choose Your House socks by KF Jones. I love this pair of socks. It's really a gorgeous pattern.
It is, and the yarn shows it beautifully.
Yes, and I love this yarn. I can't wait to have these pair of socks. I know they're semi-masculine, but
I don't think so.
these are the Maryland Crab.
They're unisex.
Yeah, this is Maryland Crab socks, or Maryland Crab yarn. It's a Dragonfly Fibers colorway. It was a Maryland sheep and wool colorway. So I doubt that's available anymore. And this top one was from a rodeo kit.
And that's certainly not available because
Yeah.
I looked.
So
It doesn't have a name, so we don't even know what to look for.
it goes really well with the red in here, though. I mean, it literally matches.
Well, it's the same dyer, so.
Yeah. And then, so that sock's been done for a while. I just have to finish the foot for the other one. I have enough yarn to do that. Because yarn, goes a long way when you're knitting.
Yep.
And then it's the toe's not the same color. It's the red. So I need to just wind up this red. It got a little tangled. And I'll show you the second sock. So I'm really happy that this is actually getting used in a 2 pair of socks because it sat for a long time. And I think it always wanted to be a pair of socks. It just had to find its proper home. So this is perfect.
Very nice.
Make sure my other DPN's in there. Okay, good. So, Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I might have to start knitting on this again pretty soon while I'm podcasting, because this one doesn't require too much attention. I tend to work on the color work while I'm podcasting, though, because shockingly, color work requires a lot less attention for me than a lot of projects. I just have to follow the chart. So... It might also be a sign that I'm a color work knitter at heart.
Right.
Okay, so... The only time I can't work on color work is if I literally can't have enough light to see my stitches or the chart.
Right.
Otherwise, I can work color work, because for me, even brain fog doesn't prevent color work.
Right.
Okay. Your turn.
Let's see what we have next here. I need to take off the sweater. I'm getting hot.
Did I show the sock up close? I think I did. While Mom's taking that off.
Yeah, I'm getting a
Because I
little
do have a
warm.
very, very bad habit of not... Yeah, I think I did this. Like I said, I have a bad habit of talking to my knitting.
My sleeve.
At least the shirts are lightweight.
Yes, they are. The fabric's really nice. Okay.
I need to try the hood. Although, you know what? You know what reminds me in weight? It reminds me of the ones we got from Shenandoah.
Mm-hmm.
I need to wear the one from Shenandoah more often. I'm going to bring down my hood in a second, just because.
See how it looks.
Oh, Mom, it looks so cute on you, especially with your hair coming out the sides.
Yeah, hair. Okay.
I'm trying not to catch my... There we go.
All right. My next one is in my Universal Studios canvas bag, blue canvas bags. This is the Ninja Baby. Ninja Turtle Baby Blanket from the Ninja Turtle Baby Blanket pattern by Lisa Vanilla. And this is just, I don't know. It's easy. It really is. I just can't seem to get out of this one green strip.
Well, it's the one that lasts forever. You have that one part of the pattern seems to always go forever.
So I'm really close to changing to Ralph's color. Not Ralph's color, Mikey's color, which is orange.
Yeah, because I was going to say you finished, right?
I already finished Ralph.
And then you're going to line it with April.
Line it with April, which is yellow.
Because that was the color of her jumpsuit in the traditional cartoon.
So, and then I'll put the eyes on.
I mean, even the newer Nickelodeon one has her wearing a lot of yellow.
Yeah.
It's just not as much as she did
So...
in the one where she was actually a reporter.
And this is all Knit Pick Sport, Bravo Sport. And it's a little bigger probably than it needed to be. No, actually, my stitches, I have a really loose crochet gauge, although it has gotten tighter. So I went down from a worsted to a sport.
Yeah. Also, you want it to be baby blanket. It wasn't originally baby blanket.
No, it was an Afghan, I think.
Yeah, it was kind of like...
Yeah.
It must have been meant for like a child's room. I
Yeah.
can't imagine many adults wanting a
Right.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Afghan.
Right, and my hook is in my... Where's my thing?
It'd be really good for like the Afghans. Would be really good for like a toddler,
Christina made this for me. Mama C made this for me, so I don't lose my hook.
because then they have it for a while.
So there it is, my hook. Okay.
Okay, so I guess it's my turn. I did that one, so I'll show this one. I worked a little bit on this one. This was, I started working on this.
I like that bag, it's pretty.
Yes, I love this bag. I love the feel.
Yeah, it's nice and quilted. The only thing I don't care for is that it's not a box bottom, but it's very, very nice.
So I don't know if she makes bags for sale. I don't think she ever did make bags.
I don't know. She doesn't usually make. I mean, she might now. This is Maureen.
Victorian Studios. She makes a quality bag.
Yeah, everything she does is quality. She has.
She's just really talented.
Yeah, she has stitch markers. She does mostly stitch markers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And stuff like that. But if she did.
I think that her stitch markers, they're super cute, and she makes the little. Like, she made them there. Like, it wasn't like she went and bought.
No, she makes everything that she does. She's very, very talented.
Because for my bead sources, sometimes I can tell where people get their things from now, because I'm like, I've seen that on stitch markers before.
Yeah.
Because I have bead sources for my rosaries. So now I know where some people who don't make their
right.
charms or whatever.
You can get original things from Maureen because
no, Maureen
she makes them
actually
herself.
like bakes them or whatever.
Right.
Herself.
She's very talented.
But this pattern is my pattern. This is Lady's Favor pattern, and this is the right mitt. I knit a little bit on this.
That looks pretty.
This is...
I like that color in it. It's pretty.
Yes, it's brass. No, wait. Is
that Madtosh?
It is Madtosh. Hold on, wrong color. Trying to find the tag. I might have to look at my show notes. Ah, here it is. Goody. Okay, so Tosh DK. Oh, I'm sorry, this is Spicewood.
That's really pretty. I like that color.
That's right. I call this the Spicy Lady mitts.
Spicy lady.
So
makes me think of spicy homemaker.
Because I thought I was doing the colorway at first, the one that I had in the my original. I thought I was doing this color at first because it's something brass.
Right.
And I was going to call it Brassy Lady.
Ooh.
But instead, it ended up being the Spicy Lady Mitts.
Spicy mama.
And this is a nice color.
Very
It's kind of like an orangey goldy color.
Yeah, I like that.
So this is my right mitt. This is for me. And I have all set up and ready to go the yarn for the next one because I wanted a red pair. And this is yarn that I had gotten.
That's almost pink.
It's red.
It's almost a pink.
It's red.
I didn't say it wasn't red. I said it's almost a pink.
This is from the Let Heaven and Nature Sing kits that we had gotten from Silver Shed. Not Silver Shed, wow.
Needs my bag.
Needs my bag. I used that bag for something else now.
Yeah.
Because it's a drawstring one. And the colorway is Moira. And it's superwash merino, cashmere, nylon, DK weight. So
I wonder what the reference is for Moira.
right, because the I is in the wrong place for it to be Moria.
Right.
Moira is a name.
Yeah,
so.
it is. The only person I know is Moira McTaggart.
Oh yeah, you're right. So yeah, I worked very little on this. I forgot how much I love this pattern, and yes, I did design it, and yes, I do love my patterns.
Yep. Well, you wouldn't design it if you didn't like it.
And these are Zing needles, size 4s. I love that the Zings are different colors for each.
Yeah. We don't usually use other needles other than
Chowgu.
Chowgu's, but Chowgu's red lace circulars. But we do on occasion use the Knit Pro Zings.
Yeah, because I do like them. I don't like the cable as much as I do on the Chowgu's, but it's my second favorite needle is the Zings.
Yeah, I like the Zings.
What I do when I need a pair of needles, I first check and see if I have in Chowgu. Usually, like if it's a 7 or something, it's usually like 4s. I tend to use them all up, and the 7s, like they're usually all in projects already. So then my next thing is I go to my Zings, and if those are all used up, then I go to my Knit Picks.
Right. Although Knit Picks are not bad needles. I learned to knit on Knit Picks.
I did too.
And I do like their needles, but
I'm not terribly fond of their needles. They're workable.
I can work on them.
I'm picky.
Well, so am I. But I don't. There are certain ones I don't like. I'm sure, but the ones I have.
Oh, I go to Hayas first.
I don't like
Knit Picks.
Hayas. I don't care for Hayas.
Have you knit with them yet?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't really care for them.
There's different kinds of Hayas.
And it may just be the ones I had I didn't care for.
Because they have the Hayas sharps, they have the normal Hayas. I mean, Hayas and Knit Picks are about even with me because Hayas are a bit dull for my taste.
Right. See, I like the Knit Picks and the Knit Pros. Not the Knit Pro that these here, but the ones that are similar to the wood.
Oh, you see, I don't like wood ones.
I don't like wood unless I'm afraid something's going to slip off. And
I learned on wood, but
so
I don't prefer wood.
Well, I always laugh because I say I would never knit with metal because they're too slippery, but I prefer.
Well, when you start off, wood probably is the best. And there are people who even are experienced knitters who just prefer the wood. They like the feel of it in their hands.
Well, I know some people like bamboo, and I just don't like bamboo.
I'm not sure if I've knit with bamboo.
It's too light or something. I just don't like it.
Too light.
Yeah, too light.
Reference.
Yes. Okay.
No one's going to get that reference.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So, it's your turn.
My turn.
Yes.
All right.
My pattern's trying to...
Okay. Let me put this away so I can get that one out. My Mickey Mouse bag goes... Oops. Get in there. Okay. All right. And my other Plover Bird bag. This is my Plover Bird teacups on a... Well, it's a red teacups bag. Okay. This is my Walk in the Woods Stole project from the Cerebell pattern by Sarah Sweethearts. Yes, I told you I do tend to have multiples of these on my...
I mean, for a while you had none, which was crazy.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't crochet.
Right. It was just so weird. It's like she's a completely other person when she doesn't have some sort of Cerebell going.
Yeah, so it's a stole, and this I kind of not sure where it's going to go, but it might go to my mom because it's kind of her colors. Although I really like the way it's turning out.
Well, you'll have to think about it.
I have to think about it.
You'll make up your mind.
I'll think about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it's really pretty. I love the colors. I think this is a non-superwash, which is what gave me pause about giving it to my mom. But my mom is very careful.
Well, yeah, you said if you give her instruction.
Yeah.
Because I know she'll ask for instruction on how to clean
Yeah,
something.
my mom is very, very careful with her things, and she's very knitworthy. My whole
Oh my gosh,
my
they're
whole
so-
side of the family over there, my parents, my sister. Well, I don't know about my sisters. I don't give. No, I'm not sure about my sisters. They don't care for this kind of stuff, and I think one of my sisters would give something knitted, like a blanket or something, to the dog to sleep on. So
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that's bad, but I don't knit it for a dog.
If you wanted something to go to the dog, you would want to knit specifically for the dog.
Yes,
And you wouldn't want to necessarily use your nicest yarn. You'd want to use something that would hold up, like an acrylic, or something.
Yeah. And I'm not meaning to insult any animal lovers. I'm just saying that if I knit it for a person, I would like it to go to the person.
Yeah.
So, but my parents are really knitworthy, and they
Sorry, go on.
and they get all excited about it. So my mom will make sure that it's taken care of properly.
And you showed it up close, right?
I'm going to show it in a second here. I'll show it.
While she's getting ready to show that up close, people have. It wasn't until our Patreon last time that I realized that maybe I didn't give people an update on how my grandparents reacted to their stockings. They absolutely loved them. They took a picture of them hanging so I could see them, and then they let me know that they were going to show the picture to their friends, but they didn't want to take them out to show their friends because they didn't want them touching them and hurting them somehow. So they were really thrilled, especially when I went through each chart and explained why I chose the chart, how it related to them personally. So they were very touched, the fact that their stockings were designed specifically with them in mind.
Yes.
So that's your update. Sorry, I failed to give you guys an update previously.
Okay, so here, I think I did show it, but here you go. You can see.
Oh, wow. You can really see the green. And
Yeah.
okay, I can notice the green more with my green glasses on. It's like neon with my green glasses
Somebody
on.
says it reminds them of a peacock, which I agree. It also reminds me of a camouflage for a foresty area. So it's really pretty. And
So
I
they
enjoy
could
it.
just like throw them that around themselves and they'll be like cloak of invisibility.
Cloak of invisibility.
Reference.
Yes. I don't know if I'm going to have to go back to this point because it looks like I forgot a stitch. Okay, let me just mark this. It's a good thing I did this. Okay, I'm going to mark this
I'm going to
stitch.
take a drink and it's almost, I think it's my turn next. Let me just move up on my
This
chart
is what I
a
like
bit.
about crocheting. I have to do this, but I'm not upset about it because
Right.
I know how to
Well,
do
I
this.
think this will be a good one for you to maybe learn some of the things. Well, you already know how to read ribbing, but I think because there's a limited amount of stockinette in that pattern, the sweater will be a good one for you maybe to start learning how to read your stitches a bit.
Right.
That's my hope anyway.
See, it was only half a row, maybe a row total.
Because I think, Mom, reading your stitches is half the battle. If you're able to read your stitches, you can read your mistakes, and then you get to the point where you can fix your mistakes.
Well, I can read some of the stitches. I know what a knit looks like. I know what a purl looks like. I know all that. But fixing it is problematic for me.
Okay. I mean, I'm not always very good at explaining it. I think those of you who have seen my tutorial videos realize that I kind of get stupefied when I try to explain stuff. But
Well, I know Kay has some things. The craftsy ones, they require me to do a swatch, and I don't always have the ability with my hands to just make a swatch.
Well, I'm actually a fan of, even in the work you're currently working on, because if you're doing it in a controlled way where someone's watching or something, you can fake a mistake in your work and fix it easily enough.
Well, I think when you fake a mistake, you know where it is.
Right.
So-
So like,
I know what you did.
We could practice on something as simple as a sleeve. Oh, you dropped a stitch. Let's fix that dropped stitch.
Yeah.
How do you fix it if you dropped a purl versus a knit? I think that
Well, I just don't see. It's the same thing that I have a problem with, like, make ones. I don't see what they want me to see. I know the concept. I can understand what you're supposed to do. I just don't see it.
right.
So
It's a different way of your brain working. But okay. So after that little side note, let me go ahead and show my next one. Showed that. Okay, I guess it'll be.
This is gonna be a long one.
Yes, it will be. This one now. So in my
2 cuppa.
orange Fun in the Woman Cave sayings bag.
That's Anne Brody.
Yes, Silver Shade USA.
Very wonderful Anne Brody.
And this bag was her idea.
Yep.
This is, you've been seeing me work on this for the past few podcasts. I'm so close, y'all. I thought I was going to finish it this week and I didn't. But this is my Bunny Love Cow pattern. And the finished one looks like this.
Very nice.
Actually, I like to have the face side. The bunnies are facing each other like they're supposed to be. There. I think they can see that.
Very
It's
nice.
the wrong direction.
Very nice.
Okay, so there. The bunnies are facing each other now, like they should be. Okay. So, I'm not at a point where... Oh, good. I am at a point where I can show you two bunnies facing each other in the same way. I wasn't on the side facing me. So, this one's getting close. I'm up at the hearts for the top area, and then I have the ending ribbing. I really am happy with my silver bunnies.
Yay.
Yay,
yay, yay.
And I can't wait to have this. This one's a little bit heavier weight than the other one. I think this was a sport weight.
Mm-hmm.
And
it looks like it's a little
and this
drappier.
one's a DK weight.
Yeah.
So, this was... I think this was Mad Tosh. Yeah, this was Mad Tosh Sport. And this is the one with the brassy something or other.
Yeah. Antique brass, I think you said it was.
I think it was antique brass. And then this really nice purple. This yarn was a birthday gift or Christmas gift.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have given me money, and I pitched it up to Mad Tosh. And the yarn in this is Rodeo. That red from the Rodeo. Basically, I'm putting this Rodeo in as many things as I can. And I've been doing that for a while. Eventually, I'm going to run out of it.
Right.
But, and then this is Mom's Silver Bells. So the bunnies are sparkly, too.
Yay.
And
Snow bunnies.
once I'm done with this, the sparkly will go to my Cyrano. So he can have sparkly glasses like he wants to.
Spoiled bunny stomp.
Oh, he was like insistent that he was gonna have sparkly.
He does realize
glasses.
he's not a bunny, right?
He stomped his tail that he doesn't have yet.
That's just a little creepy.
He stomped something. I don't know. He's not even got a full head yet. But yeah, that's it so far. I enjoy working this. But yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
For right now.
And I am back where I should be. Let me just get this stitch in so I can be one stitch past where I was. It doesn't take much time to fix the cerebell if you're not, too far down.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even if you are, but it would take more time than we had.
Right.
Okay, there we go. Okay, let me just go to my next project.
That should be your last one.
It is.
Yeah.
Now, this is a new project. It's my design in progress.
Okay, that's right.
Um,
So you can't really show it, it's his bag.
Where's my bag? Wait a minute.
Did you actually have 6?
No.
Did you just forget to grab your bag?
I don't know which bag it's in. Wait a minute. Oh, I think it's in this one. Okay.
Just take a peek in.
Oh, wait. I remember I had a note saying what bag it was. What did I do with my note? I switched bags, so I have to figure out where I put it. Oh, I think it's in here. Okay. In my Silver Shed USA
I think it
Star
is.
Wars bag. It is. So it's in here. And you've seen the pattern before in a different
Well, you saw
version.
her thinking out the pattern.
Thinking out the
before.
pattern. So
You didn't see anything near what it's gonna
right,
be.
and it's going to be called On the Garden Path. So I'm going to put this down. That's in this bag.
Now make sure you write down what you're doing, Mom, as you go.
I have it all written down.
Okay, good.
So I'm going to have to type it up so I can read it. But okay, so that's that.
Are you going to need me to look at your formatting?
It's really simple, but you can look at it.
I mean, like the look of your pattern to have. If you've noticed, every single one of my patterns, just like, Blast Stacy's truck, or just like Blast. What's her name? Kate E. Hancock.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Patrick Moose. Either of them, you notice that they have a set look to their patterns. If you open one of their patterns, you know what you expect when
Right.
it looks. Did you want something like that?
Well, it'd be nice if I had something like that because I only have the one pattern.
Because what you
So-
do then is, and this is where sometimes my testers catch me, is I copy and paste a lot. And sometimes I forget to clean up my pattern completely.
Well, I've caught you that a couple of times
Yeah.
that way. It's just a matter because you're cutting and pasting.
But it does make it easier because you have a format to work off of.
Right.
And then you know you always word things a certain way. So people who work your patterns have an idea, oh, all her patterns were this way. I actually went back and had edited old patterns to make sure they all matched the same format.
Well, if I do that, I'll have to edit my first one probably because I don't have a way of doing things. I only have the one pattern, and it's very simple. So
Even simple patterns, like, I mean, the Duke is very simple, but it has the format.
okay, so that's something.
It just makes your patterns more recognizable.
That's fine. That would be great. Okay,
And you could choose your color or whatever. Like, if you notice, all my boxes tend to be red.
so mine would probably be blue.
That's why I figured, maybe light blue so people can see the black against it.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to.
Oh, I have
FOs?
one project left.
Oh, that's right. You do.
So, in my TARDIS Traveler, not my TARDIS Traveler, my TARDIS Bigger on the Inside bag. I could continually call it this TARDIS Traveler from when I had my, sorry, my stomach, when I had my Dobbinwood in there.
Right.
But this is, like I said, this is my Plover Bird Bigger on the Inside bag, TARDIS Bigger on the Inside bag. And the reason I call it that is it has space on the inside. Planets and stuff. So, when I realized I really didn't want to be working on that sweater, I realized what I really wanted to be working on was the Dobbinwood. And it only crystallized for me how much I didn't want to be working on that sweater. When I finish this, I will be starting Mom's
Yay.
Dobbinwood. That'll probably then be the last Dobbinwood I knit for a while, just because
You don't want to get bored with it.
A, I don't get bored of it, B, you can only have so many
Right,
Dobbinwoods.
right.
And Davina's not likely to wear them.
I will, but she won't.
Yeah. So, I'd have to finish the front, and I'm almost done with the front. I'm on the second lace part, and then I have a little bit of plain on the bottom, and the little seed stitch edging. And then I pick up the other side and do the same thing on the other side. But now, since I'll be ripping out other things, this will get more attention.
Right.
Especially since there'll be a period of time where I'm doing mostly the stockinette easy stuff. So this could be my I'm reading something project. Even the lace on this is really, once you get into the rhythm of it, it's not hard. And Mom's is going to be all blues and stuff. And I'll show you the colors. It's in one of my enhancement bags.
But that'll be a ready, set, go start.
Yeah.
It might even be a Christmas thing.
Like a Christmas present?
Yeah.
It could possibly be.
Yeah.
Because that does take a while to knit.
I don't want her to feel stressed.
Uh-huh.
Even if she doesn't, it's not a problem.
Yeah. So, yeah. And this one, like I said, it's... I've been working on this Heavens over a year. Because I started this...
After you got out of the hospital.
I started it at the hospital. I had it already going at the hospital.
Did you?
I had it going before I went to the hospital. Because I wanted it to knit on there.
Right.
Because I already had finished the blue one. Actually, my
remember that,
hospital
yeah.
pictures, I'm wearing the blue one.
Right.
I haven't washed that thing since... I haven't blocked it. Because I've worn it almost constantly since surgery. It was my comfort object. So once I finish this, and after I block this, then I can finally block my blue one. Because I want to block this one first, because otherwise it'll never get blocked either.
Right.
It's interesting in seeing how the top one actually looks when it's finally blocked, because I've never blocked it. Because it's been in constant use
Right.
since I first cast it on.
Okay.
Or since I first cast it off.
Excellent. All right, so what are we doing now? How many?
So then it's FOs. I only have one FO.
Okay, I have 3.
So,
Let me just put my thing here.
could you do 2, then I do 1, and then you do 1?
Yep.
Okay, that works.
Okay, so my first one, just put this away so I can pay attention to what I'm doing. Whoops. Oh, wait a minute. What's this?
I'm really impressed at how much you finished, honestly.
Yeah, well, I got tired of,
That's one way to clean the needles for the new year.
yeah, I didn't want to have to frog everything, and I knew if I didn't finish some of these things,
You would frog them.
I would frog them. Where is my...
Did you lose your hook again?
No, I'm trying to... There it is. Okay. I thought that I had pinned it, but I didn't. Okay, this is going to have to be redone. That's all right. I just... You know when you think you do something and then you really didn't?
Yep.
There it
All
is.
the time.
Okay, so that's in there now. I won't lose all my stitches. Okay. Now, my first FO is a little one. It is in my Kiki Poo Owls bag. Here. And my Christmas owl bag. And it's my little hat. I haven't put another one on the loom yet, but It's a little tiny hat.
Aw, baby
So
hat.
just a very basic hat. And I am going to learn, and I know Laura Concert has offered to teach me, and I may take her up on that, along with my books and stuff, because she's good at it. But for the moment, this is my kind of like, I don't have to think about it. My hands might hurt. I don't have to do anything. I just go round and round and round. And even that, sometimes I can miss a peg. So, but this is just kind of like, okay, this is just small. And if I had to tear it out, it's small, and I can redo it. So, and I'm going to have to learn how to fix this as well. I tried looking how to fix it, and I'm going to have to look at it a little more closely. It seems a little more easy to understand when it's sitting there fixed on the loom. So we'll have to see. So that's that.
Yeah, that I'd have to, because I don't loom it.
Yeah. So I have 2 FOs of this. They're slightly different colors. Can you see that?
Is it the same yarn?
No, I don't think so. They're not. One is rust and one's red.
Yeah, no, they're
So
different.
they're different colors. I have to put those in the box to go to Stephanie. So that's one FO. And this is the FO that determines the reason why makes it possible for me to do the other, the
Did you
design
sew
of progress.
the cow? Yeah, I was wondering if you seemed for the cow.
This is actually a cowl. The other one's going to be a scarf. So, and I think I am going to keep it because unless my husband decides he wants it, and he doesn't wear cowls.
No, he doesn't.
I can't see on this camera, but
Your hair's underneath it,
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
It's all like underneath of it.
So
That helps a little bit. There you go.
I can't see to adjust it, but
Well,
anyway,
look, it's a little one.
I can't see though. It's just all right. So anyway, it's a nice length when you double it, and it's really warm because it's chunky yarn. And I know it curls, but when you wear it like this, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. I mean, no one's going to care.
Right. Now, I have altered the pattern so it's not going to curl, hopefully. It doesn't appear to be curling. And, I'm really happy to have this done. It's a little warm to have this around my neck.
Well, yeah, because that's the chunky weight, and you doubled it.
I single crocheted it together. You can't really tell very much on the back. You can tell in the front. You can tell in the back, but
So there's a definite seam.
definite seam on here. And I will have to look into how to see if I continue to make it a cowl.
Well,
And
I would suggest doing something. You have the knitted teddy pattern, right? The
Yes.
She has a really good instruction on how to do a nice mattress stitch.
That's what I was thinking, a mattress stitch.
And she has really good instructions on how to do that. That's how I
Okay.
learned to mattress stitch.
Okay. So, because of the scarf I'm doing now, it's called the garden path, and I will have the option for being a cowl.
Yeah.
It will be an adjustable kind of pattern, but this is the one I did just as a prototype kind of thing that I based the pattern on. So, yeah, that one's done.
Okie dokie. So then I have one to show. Let me just do that stitch. Okay. Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. So, you guys probably knew this was coming. I finished my Bakery Bears Advent cowl. So yes, it is very long. People
Very
who are
pretty.
patrons have already seen this. I really love how this turned
It's just
out.
gorgeous. I think it could be worn as a snood. It's very pretty.
And with the length of it, you can wear it as a snood.
Look at all
And then, so I have a couple charts that I like the best.
Yeah.
I really love this one
Yes,
here.
that's pretty.
This
And the
one's
pink
nice
one's
here.
nice.
The pink one's nice. Basically, all the pink kind
Yeah.
of things, pink and red. I like this one.
Yep.
This one's good.
Yep.
I really love the trees.
Yep. They're all pretty, but
But I have definite
Definite
favorites.
favorites, yeah.
The ones that are more lacy, I don't tend to gravitate
Right.
for. There's a lot of lace in this, and I'm not really a lacy girl, but I enjoyed knitting it. Kay likes lace a lot more than I do,
right.
so there's going to be a lot more lace in hers.
And the only bad thing about it is you can't see all the pretty patterns.
Yes,
So-
because
There you go. It's very pretty.
you actually have to work to see all the pretty colors.
Yep.
So,
It's a cowl.
but
of
it
many
is nice. I
colors.
wore this on and off on Christmas, and I wore this Christmas Eve when we watched our live stream mass.
Math. Mm-hmm.
So it's very comfortable. It's lightweight, but still warm enough because it is, all smushed down. I am going to take it off because I do tend to get hot while I'm podcasting. But yeah,
Very nice.
I will probably actually end up wearing this, which is always nice.
Right.
To actually knit something you're going to wear. I really enjoyed doing this.
I wanted to do it, but I think I'm going to take those patterns that Ty has, that I have, and I'm going to
Sorry.
what was I going to say? I'm going to look at the different charts. I'm going to take maybe 3 of them and make just a DK weight of maybe 3 or 4 of them. And then it would just lie flat. And I would do the patterns I like. And that's it. And I might do it in one color, like that one lady did white.
Yeah, and she chose a couple of charts that she wanted to do too.
Yeah, I might do like a silver, blue, gray or something, and do that. So it's kind of a wintry. Because I did want to do it, but I just couldn't bring myself to do fingering weight. I just could not do it. So we'll see what happens.
And it was intense to try to keep up with it. There were a couple days where I struggled to keep up.
Yeah, I knew I wouldn't be able to keep up. So, all right. Now, my other finished object is, Talia had it on. Can you put it on?
Oh, yes, sorry. Because I took it off because I got hot.
Let me show it here. Okay. So I finished it a couple days before Christmas.
And I was wearing this all Christmas.
It is not blocked. So if it's blocked, it's going to be bigger even. Okay. So you can see.
Are you going to need it for blocking or should I block it? 'Cause I don't have space in my room to block it.
I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of space in here right now, so we'll see. I didn't want her to see it, so I didn't block it.
Yeah. Because I got it for Christmas.
Can I put it on?
Yes. I was waiting for you to finish showing it. So it's a really good length. I mean, it even comes down to like around hip level if I put it over my head.
And she can put it around, and you know sometimes when you put a shawl on and you put it around, it stops like right about here.
Yeah.
When you put it around, at least on me, it's way down here. So
yeah.
Yes, it really wraps you up well.
I mean, I don't tend to do the loop around thing. I tend to just sort of pull it like this. I tend to wear it old lady style.
Well, I'm just saying, if you really wanted to, you could do it that way, and it just covers you up really well.
Because a lot of times what I want this kind of shawl for is not necessarily the out and about. This is the comfort shawl, the one that I'm a little bit chilly, but a sweater is too much. And
See, I would wear that one out and about. It's nice and long, and you just kind of comfortable, you know.
And I mean, I could see probably because I don't do a lot of out and about.
Right.
But my main thought process with this is comfort.
I like the way it turned out.
Yes, it turned out very nicely.
Yes. It's a good thing I had it set in my head where it was going, because I like the way it turned out. Okay, moving on.
So that usually leads us on to, we'll probably want to save acquisitions for last because there's so many of them.
Yeah, because we have a lot, and we'll warn you in advance that we have a lot of acquisitions because of Christmas and everything. So if you don't want to watch it or you want to leave in the middle, we'll understand. Okay?
Yeah, because I know acquisitions isn't everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah, I understand that sometimes people don't like that. So, you know, if you don't want to watch it, that's fine. We'll see you next week. Okay,
but we still have stuff going on. We're not done yet.
Yeah, we're not done yet. So,
so usually next I think we'll do shop news and then maybe what we're reading and all that jazz.
Okay. Shop news. Do you have any?
I mean, just minors. Well, no, it's not minor. I released the fun. I wish I brought them. I didn't think to bring them.
That's okay.
The fun mitts. They were a fingerless mitts pattern that I had knit Mama a pair about a month or so ago and gave them to her. They were a patron-only pattern for 6 months, and they just got released on Christmas Eve for anyone to purchase on my Etsy shop or in Love Crafts. So those are available now.
Yay.
They work very well in like variegated yarns. They just the way it shows up is very nice, and it's made to fit most people, most sizes, because it stretches. If you feel that the size doesn't seem like it's appropriate for your hand, of course you can always go up a yarn size or a needle size or whatever. It's kind of made just for one size because it's stretchy. But yeah, those are available now for purchase.
Yay!
But that's my biggest news. I probably won't have any other tests until the coming year.
Right.
I'm kind of letting myself relax, knit what I want to knit. I released 30-some patterns this year.
That's a lot. I'm hoping that we'll both have tests this year.
Yeah. Oh, I will definitely have tests this year.
I know you'll, but I'm saying I'm hoping we both will.
Yeah.
Okay, what was I going to say?
I think it'd be nice if you would, besides doing the knit one, if you could do some crochet ones. Some of our crochet people have something to test.
Well, I have some ideas, but we'll have to. I have to better understand how the crochet stitches work together. I mean, I understand how to do it, and I can hack a pattern, but I'm not sure I understand how to do the multiples of different stitches.
You determined also though that most people don't tend to do a lot of different stitches in the same different heights in the same pattern because it does affect your unless you're trying to make a turn. Like, I could see if you're trying to make, like, this kind of shape, you might have a different size stitch to make it
Right. Well,
do a curve.
Yeah. I mean, and I know Shannon has a class on that on Craftsy that
Oh, you
I
should make sure you
purchased.
watch your class.
Oh, I love Shannon. He's always
Shannon's excellent.
Shannon Mullet Bowlesby.
Didn't you say he released something recently?
Yes, he did. He's got some stuff out. Shannon is phenomenal, just like George, and we do mention them on occasion.
George is 10 hours or less. Shannon, it's
Mullet
just he's just down Shannon Bowlesby, right?
Yeah, Shannon Mullet Bowlesby. They both are phenomenal. They were very, very helpful. We haven't been in a lot of contact with either one of them lately, but they still remain very close in our hearts. They are fantastic. They've been very helpful, and you should check them out if you're looking for patterns, knit or crocheted. I think Shannon does knitting as well.
I don't know. I've only ever seen Shannon's crochet stuff.
Yeah, I've only seen his crochet, but I'm not sure. We've done some tests. We did a test for him. Well, we were supposed to do a test for him.
But that was around the time I really was starting to get sick.
We promoted a book once, and the second time we couldn't promote the book.
Yeah.
I think it was. Anyway, we
promoted it, but we
couldn't
do the
projects. Yeah, and they're phenomenal. The what's it called? Shibbits guys?
Oh yeah, Shibbits guys. I think you're right.
Shibbits guys, I think.
Because Shibbits is like a dog or something.
Yeah, some kind of dog or something. So he is the designer. I think the other guy is the photographer.
Yes, I believe you're correct.
And so they're really good. And then George is absolutely phenomenal. You've heard us mention 10 hours less many, many times. So, yeah. So, what was I saying with that? Where was I going with that?
Just class for the for figuring out stitches and stuff.
Oh, right, because the crochet designs. So
you're gonna have to like carve out some time where you are crafting and watching that. I know that's hard, but in order, if you truly want to design, you're gonna have to do that, because otherwise you're not going.
Well, it may not happen for a while.
Yeah, and it might not. It might not. I know that right now your true love is dying.
Yeah.
And we've discussed this before. It seems that people tend to choose one over the other. It's really hard to be consistent with both.
And I'm having a hard time fitting my writing in.
Yeah.
So it's just, okay. So you have anything else with your shop? Because I kind of jumped on that.
No, I mean, honestly, that was all for my shop.
Okay.
I won't really have new designs coming out probably until the coming year, just because I'm not going to put a lot of stress on myself to try to get another one. My 30-some patterns that came out, I literally doubled my patterns in little less than a year, because I didn't start designing again until after I stopped working. I stopped working the end of February.
Right.
So that meant my first pattern probably didn't come out for testing until March or April.
Yeah.
So that's not anywhere near a full year.
That's excellent. Okay. My shop, I have yarn still hanging downstairs. It's been dry for a week, but I didn't want to take it out to reskein it before Christmas, because I was afraid that it might get lost in all the packaging and stuff. So it's still down there. I have several skeins down there that I haven't decided if I'm going to. One of them is a kit. There's a mini skein kit down there, and in the same colors are the yarns in full-size skeins, and I haven't quite decided if it's going to be a kit or if it's going to be sold separately. And I may give you the option, of single skeins or whatever. But if I do that, if somebody decides to buy one or two skeins, then I can't sell the kit. Then it's just the other skeins. So
sorry for the gasp. I startle easily.
So I hope to start dyeing yarn again after the first of the year, maybe beforehand, but maybe not. I have a lot, just first of the year. This time of year is just a little bit. I have to get Davina's paperwork done for her SSI and SSA.
Mom, remember?
Yes, but we haven't got there yet.
Yes. No, I'm just making a point of saying.
Right. I have to get Davina's stuff done. I have to get my end of year stuff
done. We
just
start thinking taxes.
Taxes and things like that. So hopefully I'll be dyeing up yarn again soon and getting it out to you. But at least there will be some skeins of yarn going up hopefully in the next week or so, because they're already dry.
Right.
So that'll be good. And I have some dye stock that I intended on using before Christmas that's still waiting to be used, so hopefully I can do that.
And you need to do the blue for Davina's stocking.
Yes, I do. I need to do blue for Davina's stocking.
Because I apparently need to put a priority on it, because Davina wants a stocking for this year.
Oh, okay.
This coming year, because she her stocking wasn't big enough.
Yeah, she had to use the stocking I made for my husband that's crocheted, because it wasn't big enough.
Well, because I had hacked a pattern that was already existing, and it was a thinner stocking, and it really didn't work for Davina.
Yeah.
The one I'm designing for her is wider.
Yeah, Davina is the one of all of us who we stuff things in our stocking. She loves that, and so it has to be a wider stocking. So, okay.
So the other one, what she might be able to use it for, she can maybe stick a small stuffed animal in it and hang it from her door or something
For Christmas, yeah.
for decoration.
Yeah, yeah,
And then she has a little bit of a Christmas spirit in her room.
yeah. So so the shop is not inactive. It is open. It just, there won't be a whole lot of activity prior to the new year. Although, like I said, the mini skein set and that other set of yarns, whether it's a set or not, will be going up hopefully in the next week or so.
Right.
If I can get it skeined up and pictures taken, it might be after the first of the year, just because I can't get it all done all at once. It takes time to reskein the yarn and take pictures. So, we'll see. So that's that. Yeah.
That's all you going to say about that?
That's all I got to say about that.
Okay. So,
Except to thank everybody who bought yarn.
yes. That then leads us on to what we're reading.
I finished reading Christmas Carol, and I did finish reading the Tolkien one as well last time before. And we finished our Advent Rejoice daily meditations. Still reading Pray Like Mary and Consecration St. Joseph, my Mother Teresa book. And I started a book called Claudia, which is about Pontius Pilate's wife. It's a novel, though. It's not a historical book. It's
more like historical.
It's historical fiction. And I can't quite decide if I like this author or not. I'm going to read a little further in and see.
Sometimes you need a little more time to make up your mind.
But I've read already 2 chapters, so it's not overly long chapters, but I read it in one sitting, so it's going pretty quickly. So I was going to wait till Lent, and I said,
yeah, it's a novel. It's not like...
Yeah, so...
For me, I also finished the Advent book, and sorry guys, allergies. And then I am still doing St. Joseph, consecration book. Other than that, I finished Christmas Carol. I think I finished that last week. I was reading, and I'm gonna start reading again next Advent Christmas. It's a book about Advent Christmas traditions / like tales, so it runs over like traditional things. You might, when you read it, you almost hear a storyteller with kids around them telling these tales. So it's that kind of style, and they're little short things, so they're nice. But I will finish that next year. I'm not going to read it now that Christmas. I mean, we're in the 12 days of Christmas, but
yeah, I tend to go with Christmas stuff up till New Year, and then I don't. The only thing that stays up is the Nativity.
Right. So, but I won't read that book until next coming, because it's very much focused Advent and Christmas, and Advent is over. But okay, so that one I'm still reading. I have the Queens and Norman Conquest that I started reading again, and I finished the book on St. Ignatius of Loyola, the biography. So I returned to reading Teresa of Avila's autobiography. But yeah, I'm picking up again some of my other reading. Oh, I wanted to bring it with me to show, and I forgot. I have a little book with excerpts from The Imitation of Christ by Thomas à Kempis, and it's focused on suffering in The Imitation of Christ. So for me, that's a very apropos book. I was reading it while I was in the midst of having a migraine yesterday, and it was very apropos. I tend to write in that particular book. I highlight, I write all over it.
You write all over everything. And highlight.
Not most books. That one in particular, I very much write in that book. So, but yeah. That one is, that's what I'm reading.
Okay. So
I don't read a lot of fiction right now. If I read fiction, it tends to be like things I've read before, so I don't get any startles.
I wanted to do some writing this week, but that didn't happen.
This week was kind of hard with Christmas. You had to worry about wrapping. People were watching Christmas movies.
Yeah, because I felt bad about, doing anything that required quiet, because it's Christmas time, and as it is, we had a hard time getting movies in. We did a fair amount.
I think we got most of the ones we really wanted.
Yeah, we did. And I didn't do as much baking this year, but we'll get into that later. Going into, we did shop. I guess that's acquisitions.
Yes, it is.
Okay, if you don't want to see the acquisitions, we will do acquisitions and things that happen during Christmas and Lifetime and stuff like that now. So if you don't want to listen to that kind of stuff, we understand. We wish
and we'll
you,
give another warning right before Lifetime, because
Right.
some people might want to watch acquisitions, not
right,
watch Life.
Right, but I am going to say the thank yous to the
Yes.
people who commented on the podcast and wish you a very blessed New Year. If you decide that this is where you almost an hour and a half in, you're done. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's fine. So let me
Yeah,
just.
because this is going to be a 2-hour.
This is going to be at least 2 hours. So
Yeah.
I do want to thank the people who commented.
What did you do?
I don't know. Let me see here.
You must have hit a link you had on one of the products.
Yeah. Let me go back here. There. Okay. All right. So for those who commented on YouTube or in the PHN home group, I want to thank all of you. If I don't mention you by name, it's because I didn't see you, okay? And I think I hit everybody when I commented back, but
Shouldn't hit people.
I want to thank Looney Hiker, Steph, Wendy, who is MacGyver, and she knows what that means, okay? Barbara, Paula, Pat, Stephanie, Christina, and Donna. Thank you very, very much for your comments. And if you did comment, I didn't mention you. It's just because I didn't know you commented. Okay, so we're really appreciative of that. And if you are leaving now, we wish you a very blessed week,
New Year, yeah.
full of every blessing and good thing. And we'll see you back here for the Fun in the Women Cave next week.
And next week will be, actually, that should be next year.
Be next year, yes.
Because the podcast is after the New Year, because New Year's on.
Yep. New Year's is
On Friday.
On Friday will be okay. And for those of you who are leaving who are Patreons, don't forget that we have a Patreon live stream.
Yes, and
on
that'll
Thursday.
be, instead of being on Friday as normal,
It'll be
on
Thursday.
Thursday on New Year's Eve, because some people do their stuff on, on New Year's Eve night, and getting up at 10:30 on Friday might be too much.
Right. And so and we tend to have just kind of a quiet day on New Year's Eve. So
Yeah, and New Year's, New
Year's Day, I mean.
shockingly, family might want to spend time with us.
Yeah, so we'll be doing it on Thursday, okay? So if you guys, see you later, the ones who are leaving.
Yes.
Wish you every good thing. Okay. All right, so I think they're gone, and we're going to start.
Oh, I forgot to show my beads and string.
Well, we have a lot going on, so maybe we can show it next week. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I can.
Just a lot?
I wish I had a fair amount.
Well, can you just kind of give us a synopsis? And
I'll show it next week.
And show, I mean...
It's okay, I'll show it next week.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'll show it next week.
Because why don't you just show the...
It's okay, I'll show it next week.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to show this first because this was actually an acquisition for business.
Okay.
Because she had packaged it so nicely.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Look at her pretty bag.
Isn't that pretty? She likes purple.
She likes purple. It's her shop color. And she sent me extra.
Mm-hmm.
With a little thank you on there.
I like her thank you stickers. That's neat.
And I am going to open this because I was going to give you the big maracas medal. Because I have no idea what I'll do with the big maracas medal. And I knew I wouldn't be able to open this without tearing the thank you. So,
Isn't that pretty?
there you go. Because the rest of these I can use potentially for like chaplets
That's got to
or
be 2 or
whatever.
3 inches. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, this is a little maracas medal shaped as a heart. That's gorgeous. So I'll probably use that for like some sort of chaplet or something. And I mean, several of these crucifixes I have.
You could use this for a chaplet, Talia.
It's huge, Mom.
I mean, for larger... I mean, some of those beads you have are huge. For
Yeah.
Miraculous. Keep it for now.
Okay.
And if you don't use it by the end, by a certain amount of time, I'll take it back from you.
Okay.
Because you might use it for some kind of
true.
chaplet.
This one's really pretty, Our Lady Lords.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of these that I haven't seen before. So, yeah, this... Oh, hang on.
Oh, I like that
I
one.
don't normally get ones that are have color on them because I actually don't care for them.
That's a pretty one.
But this one's pretty. It's not something I commonly do, though. I actually move away from them because a lot of times I feel like it looks a little bit of a lower quality product when you have those.
That's nice.
That one's nice. What I picked up from her shop, however, where I'm going to have to open this for them to see anything.
I'll be right back.
I had picked up, don't trip. So these are the, okay, this is a nativity centerpiece. So my plan is for Christmas time to make rosaries with this centerpiece, and then to use like a red cord, a white cord, or a green cord, and these will be Christmas rosaries. I mean, people can of course use them any time of year, but the aim is for a Christmas theme. And I only picked up 3 of them because I wasn't sure how popular that idea would be. Then, because I was running out of these crucifixes for my Infant of Prague rosaries, I picked up some of those from her shop because my other store stopped carrying them. Or is at least out of them momentarily. And then finally, I had not seen these. There we go. Anywhere else. This is a centerpiece for Therese Lisieux, and she is my patron saint. So now I can make rosaries with her as a centerpiece. And since roses are highly associated with her, she'll probably have rose beads in her rosary. And I'll probably do like rose colors like pinks and yellows and reds and whites and oranges. Oh good, she's back. I was wondering how much longer I could talk without you being here. So,
You can waffle.
there we go.
Okay.
So that is that. I'm very happy. I will definitely use this source again because I'm very happy with her. She was prompt, and just I'm very pleased. There we go. But I lost her card.
Okay. Let's go through the things that weren't Christmas gifts per se.
That's what I figured is a good idea.
Okay. First of all, this big box came from Margaret. She is Fiber Hermit.
Yes, thank you so much.
And it's just amazing. Let me see if I can. Okay.
Trying to
Here we go.
hide
Okay.
information.
I'm going to push down.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So, these yarns. Okay, these are cotton.
I think it was like Cascade. No,
Pure Cotton
Yeah.
DK. This is Cloudborn.
Cloudborn,
It's a
yeah.
nice yarn. It's cotton.
Now, heads up with Cloudborn, it tends to be a little bit of a lighter weight than most yarns.
Right. Now, I
so
don't know if that holds also for the cotton, but
it's held for most yarns I've used.
this says DK. I would say this is a sport.
That's what I'm saying. They tend to be a smidge lighter than most yarns.
It's so this is cotton, and they're going to be a prize. She gave us. She said, use it for whatever you want. So some of the stuff we kept,
Yes.
and some of it is prizes. So you guys are going to benefit from her. This is very generous.
Yes.
This is going to be. These are going to be a prize. Probably this one, and then these two together because the same color.
yeah.
Yeah, and this actually might be 3 because this is a full skein.
Yeah.
She just said that it's another skein of Cloudborn DK cotton.
Yeah, I
warmed
think
up.
it's full scale.
So it's a full skein. So this will probably be 3 different prizes. There's this little bag, and I'm not sure what this is. It's some kind of a strap. It's a strap for the bag. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a yarn bowl in here. Now this yarn bowl, we haven't quite decided what we're going to do with. So it might be a prize or it might not. Okay. And then we have yarn. We have Simply Soft yarn, Caron. We have
Patents, isn't
Patents?
it? Yeah.
Canadian. And this is this is chunky.
It's
chunky
you've
yarn.
got green, you've got
Green.
a pretty blue.
Okay. Then there's this, which is Up in Yarns Designs. And this is...
Pumpkin spice.
Oh, I like that color.
Actually, it's Death by Pumpkin Spice.
If this was a DK, I would keep it. I think it's a fingering.
It is a fingering.
Yeah. Okay. So this is a prize. These,
Now, and that's a pretty yarn. It's non-superwash, just a heads up.
yeah, Sport DK weight, 100% wool, not superwash. Okay. So this is gonna be a prize. This bag. Actually,
so-
both these bags are
yeah.
prizes.
So
Okay.
one's clear, one's
One is
not.
clear. I don't know who.
So this one, the non-clear one is by Brenda and Heather Yarns.
And this one is whimsical. I can't read what it says. Whimsical something.com.
If she probably has it on tech. Hold on. Whimsical stitches.
Whimsical stitches. So I know that a lot of people like this, so you can see what's in your bag. It's a really cute little bag.
I can see why people would like it.
And this other bag, they're both, I guess, this is maybe this one here is slightly larger than the sock bag. This is probably a sock or a hat or something like that. And then there's some Brava worsted, this color here.
And I think there's also some red.
Yeah, there's red, and this is just a lot of this. Now this is
patent.
Oh, I love Plymouth.
Plymouth, sorry.
This is really good yarn.
Galway paint.
This will probably be. There's 3 of these. It probably goes one chance.
And this is really pretty colorway too.
And then there's a bulky rub-a-dub-dub in here. It's white. And then these are Notions pouches. I don't know if all of these will be up for prizes. I know Ty has one. I may take one, but I'm not sure. Yeah. So these will be up. So we've got. She has been extremely, extremely generous with us. I want to show you what we decided to keep. Margaret already knows what we decided to keep. She didn't see it come up.
Yeah.
This was so generous.
Very generous. I mean, it's a huge box.
I saw that box. I was like, oh my god. I mean, she said it weighed like 8 pounds.
She always manages to fit so much stuff in her boxes. Oh yes.
Okay. These.
So first of all, she gave us these.
Here take that. She gave us each one of these. Okay.
Let's put this over here so I don't lose it. Actually, let me put it back here.
And then I decided. Oh, this is the letter. Okay.
And also she had given me 2 sets of sock blockers. One for medium, one for small.
Perfect.
So that's really nice. Thank you. Let me put this down.
And then we each chose a bag.
Yes.
I got. This is.
You've been looking at this fabric for a while.
Yes. Firefly Hunting Bags by Awesome Granny.
And you also like Awesome Granny.
I've always wanted to try her bag, and I love this. Isn't that a beautiful fabric? I just love it. And the inside is got stars. So
that's perfect.
Another bigger on the inside kind of bag. So thank you so much, Margaret. I couldn't resist. I said, I don't really need another bag. I don't care. So,
and this is Crafting Sheeple.
Oh, I didn't see the zipper pull.
Yeah, I showed it to you. You just forgot about it.
I don't know what it is. I can't see what it is.
It says Bags by Awesome Granny.
And
it looks
yarn.
I can't quite see. It looks like it's a sweater or something. I can't quite see what it is.
Well, whatever.
It says respect your knitting, and I'm having problems.
Oh, I think it's a yarn. I think it's a basket full of yarn.
Okay, I'm having trouble getting a good angle on it.
So it's really nice. Yeah, it's a very sturdy zipper pull. This is a nice bag.
And the one I have is Crafting Sheeple Bucket Bag by Erin Lane. And I know that you like Erin Lane bags, right? Or I've heard of Erin Lane bags.
Erin Lane has nice bags and has, I think, needle cozies and things.
You see, the one that I used to get needle cozies from was not Erin Lane. I used to get it from...
I know I've gotten things from her in the past. I just don't remember what it was.
I don't remember what it was.
But it's a nice bag.
Yes, it's a nice
very
bag.
Sturdy.
And it's a bucket bag. So this is good for, like, when I'm doing my blankets or some of the toys. Like one of my Cyranos could probably move into here.
Well, it can sit open on the floor next to you. You don't have to worry about it.
And then I have this little Notions pouch to go with it. It's these fat fluffy little sheaths.
So cute.
Poof. I need to get more Notions. That's probably what I should use my Amazon card partially for, although I'm trying to save it for necessities.
Right.
Or shop stuff.
Yeah, so this was acquisitions mostly for you, but also for us, because we decided to keep something because she said we could.
These are adorable.
And I love this. It's just beautiful. And thank you very much, Margaret.
Thank you.
Your generosity is very much appreciated.
Careful.
Over here. Move this over here.
Yeah, careful, because you have your teapot there. You don't want to knock over your teapot.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to rescue your teapot from herself.
Yes. Okay. All right. Now, this is just, obviously, this is not all the things. I didn't get a whole lot of stuff that was knitting and crochet related, but there are things I want to show you, and I think we should show the stuff we got from Emma first.
Okay, that works. Let me see. I did
it.
go through my bag and see which things those are.
Because we got a lovely package.
Hold on, let me
from
move my position.
Emma.
Okay, so let me move that here. Sorry guys, I'm going to be slightly out of camera for a second because I need to pull my acquisitions where I can reach them and also pick up my water I just knocked over.
Emma sent us a box.
Yes, she did.
She's such a sweetheart. Thank you very much, Emma. She was worried that it wouldn't get here because she sent
We've had some issues with stuff getting over here.
with stuff not getting, so we're happy that it's here and she doesn't have to worry about it anymore.
Yes. Hang on. I'm sorry. I'm trying to grab all my stuff where I can reach it because some of my stuff is slightly out of reach. Just because of the
I
way
thought
we're
you put it
set.
all in one bag.
Well, I did, but not all that could fit in one bag.
Well, while she's talking about this, you notice the shirts we were wearing.
Yes.
It says, bless, not stress. This is one of our gifts, okay? We all have, Davina, Ty, and I all got one.
Mm-hmm.
And the sweater I was wearing, this blue sweater, is from my husband. And it's very, very soft and it's lightweight. And so I can wear it just about any time. Sometimes under the lights I get hot, but like now I'm chilly. And it's a long one. It goes past my hips. And there's no buttons on it. So it's just, I don't have to button it or anything. It's just like a warm hug. So that's what he gave us, gave me. The girls and I got this for each other for Christmas. Or I got it for the girls.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you ready for Emma's?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, she gave everybody these cute little zipper pull hearts. Even Mike. It was really nice of her. She gave us this. And I think, Emma, are these zipper pulls? That's what I'm thinking they probably are.
that.
Or maybe keychain things or something. They're little hearts, and we each got... She was very sweet about matching the colors to
Yes,
us.
she was.
And then she gave us these cute little clapper things.
And they say I speak fluently in movie quotes.
Yes, which we do. I have to put this somewhere.
Yeah, I had to figure out where to put. I know Davina was wearing it on something yesterday.
She was wearing it, so that's really cute.
I don't tend to wear these kind of things. I tend to pin them on things because I don't like the feeling of the back.
Yeah, I'm going to put it probably on a bag that I use a lot or something because I just love it and I don't want to lose it. And that came in this nice little bag. I don't know if she made the bag because I know she sews and things like that, or she's very talented that way. And she sent me, look at these, all these locking stitch markers, all neat.
It's a nice setup. You have to make sure you keep it in that.
Yes, I'm going to. So thank you very much. And then these beautiful cards. She made these cards. She made us each a card.
Oh, I don't know what I did with my
this.
card. My card's in here somewhere.
And I don't want to show you what's inside, but I do want to show you her beautiful handwriting. Handmade with love.
And I know my card's in here somewhere. I'm just not sure where.
Isn't this the cutest card? It's just beautiful.
So, you're getting an example of her card making for Mom. I must have put my card in a different bag.
And then we each got a card, and then each of us girls got these. I mean, our own special things. Davina got a cat and a large puppy, and you probably saw them on her Instagram and in our group.
Yes. But she... Actually, I remember her posting these.
Mm-hmm. She didn't say who they were for.
Yeah.
But look at this.
Look at him.
Look at these.
Whoops, you're doing this one sideways.
They're owls. Aren't they adorable? They're going to be right at home with my other owls. Look at them. Aren't they special?
That is adorable.
I love them.
And then here are my hedgehogs.
They make me happy.
They're really cute.
Look at them. They're just adorable.
Can you see the little hedgehog smile? They're about to do their hedgehoggy smile?
Yes. Yes. I'm going to put these up with all my other owls. Oh, look cute.
So I'm going to put my hedgehogs somewhere. They're
Okay.
super cute.
All right.
I seem to remember her posting at least the hedgehogs in the group.
I might have missed the owls.
I can't remember because several people post owls.
Yes. And she might have been leery of posting them.
Right, because owls are more obviously you.
Yeah.
Whereas she actually keyed into something that's a little more subtle for me is that I don't talk about my like of hedgehogs a whole lot, but I do really like them. I think
That's
they're cute.
probably like someone, if someone had made a sloth. for me,
Right.
it would be like, okay, she's mentioned that, but, it might not be the first thing people think of.
Right, whereas like people immediately think like you basically are an owl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing I want to show is, before I forget about it, my
That's
aunt.
Aunt Jane, yeah.
Yeah, gave me this. This is actually where I put some of the things, smaller things from Emma, so I didn't lose it. And it's, the bag maker is No Catchy Name Crochet a Bag.
And she has a podcast, No Catchy Name Podcast. I think that's the same person. I mean, it'd be kind of funny if it wasn't.
Right, and it's kind of a fun name. And this is a quilted fabric.
It's really nice.
And it has these cute little dogs on it.
Very nice.
So I need to pick up more notions for my notions
Now,
patches.
before we get into things that are more related to knitting and crocheting, I do want to show you some of the other things like my husband picked up.
Okay, so let me grab those things.
My husband he wants me to learn to do art. I cannot art to save my life.
You cannot art?
No. Look at this. But I love wolves. Look at that. So he got me this.
Now, you have to say that he was torn whether to give it to you or to
Davina.
Davina.
Yeah.
And he's been really trying to encourage mom's other arty tendencies.
This is an intermediate. I don't know how he thinks I'm even remotely an intermediate.
Well, I mean, it's paint by number, Mom. How hard can it be?
I don't have a steady hand. I'm going to get stuff all over the place. But
And
I will try. I don't know when I'll try, but I'll try. And because he thought about it, and I don't want to disappoint him, and it might be fun. So that's that. And he also picked up with that. This was in my stocking. Today's plan of attack.
Oh, and here's mine, because apparently I use this word a lot more than I realize.
You do.
Crap. I will explain that working in healthcare, people tend to swear like sailors.
Yeah.
And in frustrating situations, I don't swear. So the most I get out is, crap. So I'd say that more often than I realize.
Yes, you do.
But on here I have, so that's, usually it says crap to do, crap to buy, other crap. So I crossed out to do for this particular day, and it says crap to frog. Because this is going to be where I determine my frogging list for January. So, crappiness 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yes, apparently I say this a lot. Sorry.
Now, you can see these little bookmarks. They're magnetic bookmarks that I stuck there so I wouldn't lose it. That's
yeah.
my sister-in-law as well.
And I have some of those in one
This
of my
book
books.
is by one of our Paulines. It's called Blessed Be the Stressed. Blessed Are the Stressed. And this is a sister, a religious sister, whose pen name is the Crabby Mystic.
Yeah.
Okay? So she always makes me giggle. I do know her personally. She's fun.
Yes, she is.
She is. Let's see here. We got some books on
Let's do Thorlac together.
Thorlac, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to explain Thorlac. There was and I do remember now the true story about how I found out about him. I follow a couple of like geeky groups on Facebook, including Catholic Geeks, and someone asked about, has anyone found themselves saint stalked? And what they explained by that is like you find like this saint popping up everywhere, like you're doing something randomly and information about that saint or something that reminds you of that saint or whatever. And at the time it was Julian of Norwich for me. I would watch medieval history things, listen to medieval history things from Great Courses, and Julian Norwich would randomly come up.
Yeah.
Or she would come up in a sermon at Mass, or it was like all within a week she kept coming up in things I was reading or things that I was watching. So I was being saint stalked with her at that time. One of the people who mentioned this particular saint, who I'd never heard of, he apparently was during the Viking Age. He was of Scandinavian origin, Thorlac of Iceland. And her title is Thorlac of Iceland, who rose above autism to become patron saint of his people. So this particular one looks like it's maybe aimed more toward a younger audience. It's a bigger type, and it's a very readable style.
So it's got pictures in it.
Yeah, so I look forward to reading this one.
We both have that.
This one looks like it'd be very easy to read when I have a migraine.
This is probably the one I'm going to read, because the other two books I got, the one on the novena and the one, these are very small writing on these.
And we're probably going to let Davina read this when we're done with it, because I think it'd be very good for her. But yeah, she said that this saint kept coming up randomly for her, and eventually got to the point where she ended up researching him, and then she wrote all these books on him. Like, she is the source on him right now.
Yeah, because this is by the same author, Amy O'Connell. This one is not by the same author. This one is by Armand Jacobson.
I guess she found
and
this
David
one.
Clark.
Yeah.
This is the Viking Society for Northern Research, University College London. So, and the handwriting the type is kind of small in it, so I might have to wear my glasses to wear it, to read it. But
oh my gosh, the person it's illustrated by has like 20 million consonants in there. I don't even know how you say this.
I don't know.
It must be Icelandic or something, or
Sigurborg.
I have no idea how you say that. And the last name, I give up. I don't know how you say that.
I don't know.
I'm going to show that one more time, guys. So if you guys know how to pronounce... Oh, you know who might know? Valeria.
Yeah, Valeria might know. Well, she's not Slavic, though. She's.
Oh, is it not the right...
She's Holland.
I'm very bad at, like... I mean, don't they have a common...
No.
No, I guess I don't.
No, I don't think so.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm stupid.
No. You just brain fogged. So, anyway, so I've got the 3 books here. Including a novena, so that's nice. A novena is 9 days of prayer, and this one you have like a little. Looks like you have a little reading, and then you have the little prayer.
And I find the Viking Age to be an interesting time period anyway. So interested in reading this. He's probably, before he converted or whatever, was probably named after Thor with the name
looks like-
Thorlak.
I wonder if this is a picture of him here.
Well, I think so, because every time I see anything with him, it shows that picture.
Okay, so that's
So
that.
I think that's a comment, an actual... Because here it is in back, too.
Right. I guess it was a bishop.
Yeah, I'm guessing he was.
Okay.
Based on...
Okay, let's get through these non...
Okay, so... Also, speaking of Julian and Norwich, for the Saint Stocking, this is a retreat with Job and Julian of Norwich.
Oh, you did. Okay.
And, I didn't actually have that marked, but it was... Oh, here's my little
That was
marker.
probably so I remember who it was.
This says... this is from my aunt. It's another one of those magnetic markers, and it says, "I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." And that's Jeremiah 29:11. So yeah, I always like retreat type things.
I do too.
And now this one is used, so there's a little bit of writing in it.
It is.
Yeah, a little bit of
Oh,
underlining
wow. I
and
didn't
stuff.
realize it was used.
That's fine. Doesn't look like they wrote terribly. They mostly did underlining, and
I didn't know it was a used book. I didn't look for a used book.
that might have been the only way they had it.
Okay.
So, thankfully this person didn't do a lot of writing. It's mostly, like I said, underlining or like doing a little bracket thing. So maybe remind themselves that they really wanted that.
Right. You can, at least it's in pen. You can make it your own with highlighting.
Yeah. So, yes, I'll be interested in seeing how this goes. And then, whoopsie, down goes cows or something. Saints at heart, how fault-filled, problem-prone, imperfect people like us can be holy. So I'm interested in that. Ooh, I always like things that have, at the end, talking about thinking,
Right.
praying, and then
Right.
acting upon it.
Yep.
So that's always quite useful. So, yes, that one. Your turn.
All right, we both got this book.
Oh, yes, let me get my big one.
It's a Saint of the Day type of thing. I didn't open mine yet, so you might want to show yours.
Yes, this one has, it's really nice on the inside. So, it has a saint for every day. It's a big old page. So, like, today would be, I know it's St. Stephen today.
Yeah, December 26th.
Also Boxing Day.
Yeah.
But let me get...
You know who shares Holy Family tomorrow?
Who?
St. John the Evangelist.
Oh, how about...
Yeah.
How about that?
How about that?
Okay, so like, for example, here's St. Stephen, so it has a picture of stones for
The stoning.
when he was stoned. So for St. John, it has his eagle, which is his sign, his symbol in Revelation. So it tells when they were. So, like, for example, St. John says first century for, I guess that would be when they died or whatever. No, I guess C, 34 AD. I'm not sure what that means. C, first century for St. John.
Century, 34 AD.
Oh, okay. Feast, December 26th. Feast, December 27th. And then it'll say what they're the patron of. So, like, St. John, for example, art dealers, booksellers, engravers, paper makers, printers, publishers, writers. And, I mean, you can get that by looking just at
The top.
him being, well, I mean, like, if you look at him in Revelations, having written Revelation, having written the Gospel of John. And then for St. Stephen, deacons, because he was a deacon. Horsens, of course, masons, because he was stoned. And then protection against sudden death. The people who set up who are patrons,
Some of them have weird...
they have a really weird sense of humor.
Yeah. Some of them are very strange.
So,
Okay, so
that is 365 Days of the Saints.
Yes. Okay, and then
I like the color of the book.
I had one other book that was a surprise here that I have other things upstairs, but I didn't want to bring everything. So this is John Paul II, Pope St. John Paul II's Book of Mary. I didn't remember putting this on the list, but I'm looking
Well,
forward
Dad
to
might have gotten that independently.
It looks really, really good. Mary is someone who stalked me for years. I ignored her. I mean, I didn't truly ignore her, but I wasn't ready. So she finally got in through the window, and this is a book on her.
This one's called Finding God in All Things, which is very nice.
And I know we're a little religion heavy. We're moving on
But
in a
that,
second.
but it's what we got.
Yeah.
So, also Brother Marchin, which is about Marchin de Porres, servant leadership and ministry of the sick. He almost was my confirmation saint. because even then I was starting to get attracted to the service of helping the sick. So he's very interesting. You didn't get this, you gave this to me.
Yeah, I got one already.
Yeah. So this is Flourish. This is a Bible study that Mom and I are going to do.
We'll start at the beginning of the year.
We'll start at the beginning of the year, and each Sunday we'll read a section so we can actually not feel rushed and enjoy it.
Because it's meant to do every day, but we're not going to be able to do that.
No, it felt so rushed when because you have to do it for Advent Bible studies or Lent.
Yeah.
But I feel better if we take our time to give you areas where if you really wanted to, you can color, you can write. I want to do that. I want to be able to take my time and color and write.
I'm not going to ruin my book. I might.
I want to color this page. I'm not a colorer, and I want to color that page.
I don't color.
I don't color either, but I want to color that page. I need to find my my pencils.
Yeah, I don't know where. I think I gave Davina my pencils. I might have to go get some.
Just because, like, this book calls for it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't hurt it to color it.
Now, moving in, my last thing here that I got that's not knitting crochet related, Davina got me this. And people who know me for a while will get this. See? Isn't that neat? I love it. And I almost wore this instead of my purple, but I wanted us to match. So,
You'll wear it tomorrow.
I'll wear it tomorrow.
Oh, I forgot to show another religious-y thing. I'll show that in a second. First, let me show my hair sticks.
Okay.
Because my other religious-y thing was hidden.
All right. Mm-hmm.
So, a couple more hair sticks. So here's one that's multicolored, and here's one that's red. And these are actually hair forks. Mm-hmm. I'm wearing one in a similar style right now. My hair's a blue one. So, very nice. Thank you. I'm finding these to be a very comfortable way to wear my hair. Now, if I'm having a really bad day, nothing helps. Everything's going to hurt.
Right.
But these make it less often. And then...
You might have to move a little faster here.
I'm sorry, I'm trying. We warned them to be a long one.
Yeah.
This one's very nice. This is another patron saint of migraines besides Saint Teresa of Avila. I'm only going to show the front and what my week 1 thing is, because each week I'm supposed to open a different part.
For 4 weeks.
It's for 4 weeks. So it's Saint of the Month, and this is Saint Gemma Galgani. She's
Galgani.
Okay. So she's one of the other ones of for migraines. And my week 1 is a shirt, and it says entirely yours and has then a cross after it. So I'll take the little thingy off the front.
That's to tell what week you're supposed to open it.
Yeah. It's really hard not to just go ahead and open all of them, because this one looks like it actually has good stuff in it.
Well, most of them do.
Most of them do, but some of them, if there's a little less to find on that
Yeah.
person, it could be a little light. This one's not light. This one's got a lot in here. So, and also I love the boxes. I tend to keep
And
these
you can do
boxes.
subscriptions to this, but like Davina probably would benefit from a subscription. But I kind of like to pick and choose from
Yeah.
those, because sometimes it's a little over her head, or
Right.
it's a little too. I don't mean over her head that she can't understand it necessarily. It's just it might not benefit her love.
Right.
So I go through and I look at them.
Like, she really enjoyed the one for Kateri Tekawitha.
Yeah. She got Mother Teresa this year.
Yes.
So that's that.
Okay, and then only thing that's not knitting to show, this is made by Jess.
Mm-hmm. That's Flare Aid.
Flare Aid, we have a link in the box. When I was having a migraine on Christmas, this is all I wanted to wear on my neck because it was putting nice pressure, and then when I lay back,
It was soft.
it was soft and nice. And this is the one actually that I liked best of her neck pillows on
I figured
there.
it might be. Yeah.
So it has this owl on it, it has a
Hedgehogs.
deer. Mom chose well.
Hedgehogs?
Yes, it has hedgehogs. Hang on, there's the hedgehog. It has my bunny. Hang on, let me
It
find my
has
bunny.
owls.
I said owl already. Bunny.
It has
The
owls.
owl and the bunny are near each other, so
Yeah.
apropos. Oh, my poor bunny needs to run. There's another hedgehog.
It has a fox.
It's a fox. Yeah, I'm looking for the fox. There he goes. Another hedgehog. Another bunny.
A lot of owls.
Another bunny.
It's got
another
a
hedgehog.
deer bottom. Not a bunny bottom.
No, but deer bottom.
Deer bottom.
It's a lot of hedgehogs and bunnies.
Yeah. Well, they're smaller.
Yay!
A lot of owls too.
It does a fair amount of owls. It has a couple foxes. Foxeye?
Foxes.
So, love this. This is, yeah, I'm glad to have it back because I had it in here last night to prepare for the podcast and I missed
Now,
it.
Something we got in common.
Oh, yes.
Joanna Johnson.
You guys know Joanna Johnson.
You know Joanna Johnson. She's a designer, knitwear designer.
Diana's hat, for those who've been following.
the Watson scarf, whatever the Sherlock Holmes scarf I'm doing. I'm not sure. That comes from that. She did a little women's knit, and I got this for us Christmas when she had the pre-orders.
You meant to send me my digital.
I did send it to you.
I don't think I forgot it,
Oh,
Mom.
maybe. Okay, I'll check again. But
And then she signed
she
it.
writes a little something in it because she was very sweet about doing that for us.
Yes, and it has little sketches in there. It has
Yeah.
nice pictures.
She's extremely talented.
I think I want to... And she has a little Sherlock Knits bookmarker.
Yeah, I've got
in there.
that in there too. And the
And
Sherlock Knits is the one I had before from her.
And the pattern I have marked is the Comfort Yourself with Your Music pattern, which is a nice shawl I'm going to show.
Well, I like this long scarf. It's really pretty.
So this is the one I want to knit.
I haven't decided
And I'm thinking
yet.
of doing it in my yellow because I have 2 skeins of Miss Babs in the blast. I lost the name again. Oh, you know Miss Babs is sale going on right now?
Yeah, I have to look at it.
Yeah. Oh, did you say it's baby blankets?
Oh, that's cute. I like this shawl. It's a size 8 needle, so I'm assuming it's it's worsted weight.
Yeah.
It's a nice shawl.
There's always light behind the clouds. There's a lot of... Oh,
Very
Mom,
pretty.
that's what I was calling the baby blanket.
Oh, okay.
So it's not a
Okay.
baby blanket. It's a...
Oh, that's the one I was looking at.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
See, it's that one.
That's the one I was just showing you.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of... Oh, I would probably enjoy knitting telegrams from the window, which is a hat.
There's a lot of really nice things in here.
What I see myself knitting, though, first and foremost, will probably be the Comfort Yourself with Your Music. It probably is meant for Beth,
Yes.
is my guess.
Well, this is an interesting sweater. She's got a pocket in the ribbing right here. Can you see that she's got stuff sticking out of the pocket in the ribbing? Because it's called Your Only Beauty, I think it is, which is a reference to Joe.
Now, I find it interesting that she says a bust circumference for this particular one, because I wouldn't consider a bust circumference for this. I guess because of the way it lays.
Yeah, but this one's called Your One. I was trying to say this. Your
Oh, sorry, I
Your One
apologize.
Beauty is Joe's reference, and it's got this pocket right in the ribbing.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah, for her pens and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Oh, I like comfort with your. Oh yeah, I do
That's
like
the one
that.
that I want to knit. And that's
Yeah.
the one, because I think the way it falls, it tells you the bust circumference. I might go a bust size higher.
Ooh, it's a DK.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to use the Miss Babs you gave me.
Uh-huh.
Because I might have to see about another skein. I should have enough. 2 skeins of Miss Babs.
Depends on how much yard, because small, medium, or large.
I would probably go for the medium because it says for bust circumference. So I'm
Right.
guessing the way it's going to lie is going to be affected. I could probably fake a medium.
I could probably do a small.
Yeah, you're small.
But we'll have to see how much yarn, because I was going to do some alternating with the yarn I'm doing for the shawl like yours in the Miss Babs. What I might just do is take that other blue and do it in this.
Yeah, because that'd be really pretty.
That would be really pretty. I like that one. We might end up doing that one together.
Yeah.
Um,
It has a little bit of lace to it.
is that it?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
that's
That's what I'm
really
saying.
pretty.
I'm really in love with this shawl.
That's really pretty.
And the thing is, lace work looks like it's simple enough that I can do it even if I'm not feeling well.
Mm-hmm.
And then it has also a section of stockinette as well. I think it's worked sideways.
It's really pretty.
If you look at the stitches, I think it's worked
Oh,
sideways.
that would be interesting.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I think.
Well, so you guys might see patterns working up from this.
It's
for
it's a true blanket cardigan. They call it a cardigan, huh?
Oh, really?
Oh, it has sleeves.
does it?
It has sleeves. Ooh.
Are we saying about not having 2 sweaters on the? I think I'm.
Oh,
Gonna have 2
Mom.
Sweaters. I think I'm gonna have 2 sweaters.
I think you are.
That's really pretty.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, you can see it here.
I see now. Oh, that's
Okay.
amazing. Yes.
Yeah, I can see it in this picture. You can see it in this picture. I don't want to show you.
I didn't really register at first. It wasn't from her clothes underneath. I thought it was just a shawl.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's gonna be pretty.
The sleeves are picked up and worked in the round and can be easily lengthened or shortened according to your preference.
Good. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay, guys. I think that's the sweater I'm going to cast on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
And
to
it's
do
gonna.
this
I
one.
might have to pick up one more skein of the butternut squash. So I'll
Yeah.
have this in the yellow.
I might have to. I don't want to do this in gray necessarily. I think I want to do it in that slate. I might have to pick up another blue slate, because I think that might be pretty in that color.
Because I still might do, because I'm on right at the edge of the small and I'd rather be a little larger. I'll probably do the 40-48.
I am right in the middle of that small.
I mean, I'm guessing about a 36, 37. I'm almost a 38.
I'm just barely at 34. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's a sweater where you don't mind it being a little loose.
right. But because I'm right in the middle.
Yeah, you should
Yeah,
go for the
yeah.
smaller. I'll have to see if I want to do the smaller or the larger.
Okay, I think we've waffled on
Oh,
this enough.
man.
Okay.
Guys, it's a sweater. Holy
Oh, here it is in the front.
Holy mo! Oh, I see.
It's this one right here, where my finger is, right here. It's that one. That is really pretty. And it falls like a shawl in the back. That is so pretty.
That is.
Very nice.
I didn't realize that was a sweater.
Okay.
I had to decide whether or not which size I need
Now,
to do. But
what was holding?
yes,
What was holding everything? Well, first of all, let's show you what Davina got us.
yes. Oh, and in here, by the way, is Mom's yarn for her
Oh, before I show you Davina,
dot the one.
I have one more thing to show you from Talia. This is my Holy Family rosary.
I've been holding that back for like.
I didn't want it to get
months.
lost. Can you see how pretty that is? Can you see what the centerpiece is? It's the Holy Family.
So the centerpiece is the Holy Family, and actually the Holy Family is also on the crucifix.
Isn't that beautiful? My favorite color cord is really heavy because it's stainless steel. I have to get it blessed, but I wanted to show you guys. Really happy about that.
Yay.
Now the bag from Davina.
This is my Oops bag, and the inside is the same as
Christmas
the bottom.
Oops.
Yeah,
Christmas
Christmas Oops.
Yes, and this is my
He's in like some sort of Christmas like cup box thing.
yeah.
Oh, he's in a box.
He's in a box. And mine has, I can see better now, has my owl. I called him Archimedes because he reminds me of Archimedes from Disney. But this is my Archimedes owl that Davina did for me. And you can see he's got the gifts. He's guarding the gifts, including that little ball of yarn. It's a blue ball of yarn with a red ribbon. And the
I'm glad she went more real, like she didn't put them in clothes. 'Cause initially she was going to put them in clothes. And I was like, that's probably fine.
Yeah,
and she did that for both of them. And I love, like, my
Yeah,
Oops is
yeah.
adorable.
I love this. It's just, you can see the intensity of
Oh,
his,
he is
he
super
is guarding.
He is going to make
He
sure
is
no one
guarding.
gets that.
So
He
these-
will peck your eyes out.
Sorry, guys. These are one of a kind.
Yes.
But,
Oh, so these are like little balls of yarn ornaments is what she made them.
oh, well, that's cute.
So they're little balls of yarn ornaments, and it looks like he got in the box.
Yeah, because the ribbon's here. The
Yeah.
ribbon's out there. So.
Oh, I see. I didn't understand what that was at first. Yes. So he got in the box and knocked everything over.
That's great.
That is adorable.
That's just
I love
adorable.
that.
She did a super job on these. So that, and then what housed all of this stuff that we had.
put
This
this
is
off
a
to
bag
the
that we got from our local yarn shop. Davina got one that's blue, silver blue, and it's really soft. I got this one. And I got for Talia this one here. And it's a good sized bag
Yes,
with
it
a
is.
snap
And this is,
closure.
yes. I'll probably, for the moment, put your blue yarn in there.
And mine has animals and squiggles inside. It's got
And mine is just a really nice, like, just a paisley kind of thing in there.
so this is what we had everything in. So we had a very, and then my husband got me a new Fitbit, and he got me a microphone for my computer so I can do some of the things I want to do on the computer and have decent sound.
This
Yes.
lady does little things where she puts the
Tissues.
so it matches in case someone wants to use it as a purse.
Yep.
The other thing, I'm not quite done with my stuff.
Right.
Well,
Well, I didn't bring all my stuff out. I was just
this is
saying.
all my knitted stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
So, Mom gave me these yarns, and she also has a white one that I'm going to get
Yeah, I haven't had a
to.
chance to put my label on it yet. It's
So-
no, it's bare necessity.
Yeah, it's bare necessities. So, these colorways are To Grandmother's House We Go.
And that was one of the Advent colorways.
Yes. The Cask of Amontillado, which is a Poe reference. These are going together with the white in a Christmas cow pattern that I am designing. I haven't written it down yet. I haven't even decided on the charts fully. I'm in the process of percolating it.
And that is, tell the base that is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. This is 7030 merino wool silk. So, very nice. Then, what I'm probably going to use to sketch out what I want to do. This is knitting design graph paper. I'll probably do things on here first and then transfer it to the computer. Because I've been previously only doing it on the computer.
You might want to keep one that you can copy so when you
Oh,
have
when
the
it
book,
runs out, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the one in the front or something.
or the one, yeah, something like that. Make sure you have. Oh, here's my bookmark from.
The one thing I do like about this setup, though, is it keeps them easily in one place.
Right.
So I don't lose them. And it has in the front this notebook belongs to.
Right. I mean, you could always get more than one if you can find it again.
Oh, yeah. They have multiple people who do this. This is just the one I liked best. Because what I like about that is similar. I've tried to do design books like this in the past. But since I started doing charts, I can't do it in a normal notebook.
I didn't realize that the bag from News My Bag has a pocket on the front. Has a pocket on both sides.
That's not News My Bag, Mom.
I mean, that is my bag.
Yes, mine does too.
From my local
Yarn shop.
That's Knitter's Magic.
So from this one, this is hand knits from Norway. Classic Norwegian motifs in modern knitting patterns for women and men. I'm going to have to learn to stick, y'all. But not yet. The one pattern that really drew me in this book, I mean, there's multiple nice ones. I really like this rugged garment for him and her.
Mm-hmm. I love those hats.
The hats are really nice, too.
I really like those hats because they're close. I can't wear, I've mentioned this before, I can't wear a hat that is not really close to my head that goes down back
I'm sure
of my
they
neck.
must give the pattern for that as well. There's a lot. I like the tunics in here.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of
I do
tunics
too,
I
yeah.
like in here. The problem is I don't have a really good, I'd probably lengthen the sweater.
Mm-hmm. I think it is long. I think it's brown. Oh, I guess it's her shirt.
It's not. It's just one of those cropped ones.
Yeah.
I'd probably lengthen that sweater. And because I really like the flower detail around here.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Because you could either keep going with that or you can do the ribbing. I probably would actually keep going with the pattern.
Right.
And then
Do the ribbing at the bottom.
do the ribbing at the bottom. But that one's really cute. But I like this one, just looks comfy. But yeah, I don't work really well with tunics that have big hips. But if they don't have the color work, the main color work, like if it's not like a yoke down at the hips, because sometimes they do where they'll have plain up to a certain point and then most of your chart is down at the bottom. For someone like me who's really hippie, it's not a good idea because it brings attention to that. But if there's charts all the way throughout, it doesn't matter as much. So there's that one. If nothing else, I can get ideas from this, but I really do want to knit some things in here. This one Kay mentioned. 260 exquisite patterns by Hitomi Shida. I'm probably saying his name wrong. I'm so sorry. Hope that's a he. Japanese Knitting Stitch Bible. Translated with an introduction by Gail Roham. So, beautiful charts in here. I hope to get some ideas from this. I know I'm going to get some ideas.
Wow.
Well, some of it's cables with lace. Some of it's... I love this one. There's a lot in here that I love. So...
Beautiful stuff.
Really brilliant book for getting ideas. Is that most of it? I showed... Yeah, I think... Yeah, I showed the craft book. Yeah, I think that's everything. So, yeah. If we missed something, we missed something.
Yep. It's okay. You guys have been saturated with
Yes, with
stuff.
all our stuff.
So, yeah, so that's that. And we don't have a lot to say life-wise. I
No.
mean, it's been, just probably pretty much the same as it's been for you.
I've had more migraines than I've been having simply because we had snow. So the snow brought in migraines. But a little bit of migraine medicine, Tylenol knocked that out yesterday. I should have taken it earlier. But I always wait too long. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, we had a good Christmas.
We did have a
We
good
had our
Christmas.
homemade pizza. We had way too much food and candy and stuff.
Because we gave ourselves a free day. I have discovered that I can't do a lot of sugar anymore because it just makes me feel really uncomfortable.
Oh, we got a popcorn popper.
I got a popcorn popper for Christmas.
And it's kind of like we joined, you're going to use it. Because we were actually already talking about this.
Right.
Dad already picked up. We didn't know about
Yeah.
it. We were already talking about
It was a gift for me because I wanted one.
Yes.
And we talked about it, but it's not going to be just me. And it's great because, we get this like Skinny Pop and things like that, and you have like, I don't know.
It's like 300 calories per bag.
Well, depending on which one you use.
Yeah, if you get the one that I can have, it's 300 calories at least.
Right, and it has a little bit more popped. But even the one I have, it's a smaller bag. It's 120 calories a bag. This stuff, you put in 3 tablespoons, you get 7.5 cups approximately, and it's 120 calories. You might add a tad if you put some Pam and some salt and seasoning in it, but you're not going to add 30, 40, 50 calories. And you got this big, huge bowl.
Oh, it's ginormous.
And you can, you double that if you have 15 cups, which would be enough for the family.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, we have a lot of fond memories with Air Pop popcorn because when I was little, I wasn't even 5 yet. When Davina would go to school, because at that time she was going to actual building school, Mom would make popped popcorn, like Air Pop popcorn, in a machine very similar to what we have now, and she would season it with Italian seasoning and all that jazz, and then we would sit and either watch Reading Rainbow or the cooking shows like Frugal Gourmet or something like that. So I have a very strong nostalgic connection with Air Pop popcorn.
It was fun. We used to do that a lot.
Oh, it was a lot. Like, to the point where if I have that strong of a memory from before I was 5, I know we did it a lot. But also, because I have one box left.
Yeah, because
Davina doesn't like donuts, but these are some of the few candies I can eat.
Mm-hmm.
I can have Starburst. I can have...
Starburst, Skittles.
Skittles. I'm sorry. I can have Starburst, too.
Okay.
Which are two of my favorite candies.
I have the list of all the candies she can have. So.
They're gluten-free, dairy-free. Mm-hmm. And then also crispy... these are Jelly Bellies. I have Jelly Bellies.
Jelly Bellies.
And these are like the best
Those
ever.
are amazing.
They nail the flavors.
I have... Those are all nailed. But I have on mine was, I forget what it was, holiday flavors, I think. And they're all okay, pretty good for the most part. The chocolate was really good, and the candy cane, I put that in my mouth, and it was like, oh my gosh, I just ate a candy cane, because it was, yeah.
But like I was saying, when he tasted Davina's soda one, he was like, their tasters must be phenomenal.
Yeah.
Because like the chocolate iced sprinkles, after you have that one, you even get the aftertaste you get when you eat a donut. It's really crazy. They do a crazy awesome
The cinnamon
job.
one was fabulous.
Yeah, all of them are really fabulous. Probably the one that was the least noticeably good was the original glazed.
Right.
But it was still
good.
excellent. I think just the rest of them have more significant taste that you could associate with them. Very good. This is probably my favorite Jelly Belly set, and I hope they keep this one going. And I was so glad Davina decided she didn't like it, because now I have a whole box.
My box is sitting on the table because I probably won't eat any more of that until New Year, maybe.
I finished my first box. Actually, I think I finished all my other Jelly Belly, except for the little one.
I got myself a Mounds bar because...
You see, I can't have Mounds anymore.
I wanted one for Christmas, and so I had one. I haven't had candy in I don't know how long. I mean, chocolate candy like a Mounds bar or something. So we got that. Okay, so that takes care of that. We really don't have a lot more we should probably let you go.
No, we can let them go.
So we want to wish you, though, a very blessed week, a very happy end of 2020, and a very blessed 2021. We hope to see you back here for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week.
If you're a patron, we'll see you on Thursday.
We'll see you on Thursday.
And we hope to, we will not post it before Thursday, but we hope to do videos of us picking our projects. We're planning to do that on Monday, picking the projects that we're going to frog. I'll set up this camera here so it's looking over our shoulders. And then we can see.
We'll have to prep because we have to know what bags we're going to be working with.
Well, it's while we're going through. It's going to be live picking out to think up our minds.
How are you going to do that? My bags are behind the camera.
I'm going to be turning it around. We're not going to be sitting on the couch. We're going to be sitting on the floor.
Are you going to be able to do that?
I can sit on the floor.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, so that's something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Maybe for you guys. Okay. So we want to wish you all a very blessed week and New Year. And we wish you every good thing. And we hope to see you next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 434. And that's a wrap.
Bye.